When you grab a hold of me, you tell me that I would never be set free. Well, I'm a parasite, mama, without a creeping, crawling, I slip into the night. 2 pints of booze. Tell me, are you a bad bitch too? You a bad bitch too now? Ain't got no money to spend. I hope this night would never ever end. Yeah, Lord knows that I'm weak. Won't somebody get me off of this here reef? Well, baby, you're a big blue whale. Yes, I grabbed that reef when all the diving failed. I could swim, but I wish I never learned. I said the water's much too polluted with germs. But I dive deep when it's 10 feet overhead. Oh, and I grabbed that reef right underneath my bed. Underneath my bed, y'all. Ain't got no quarrels with God. I got no time to get old. No, no, no. Lord knows that I'm weak. Won't somebody... Hydrophil cuts through my neighborhood. Hydrophil cuts through my neighborhood.
everything is
Everybody.
is fairly groovy.
All right. Now I'm gonna.
Now you got your thing together.
No, I'm not. I don't have my shit together.
Well, we're just killing time. We do it live, ladies and
Remember,
gentlemen.
we used to call in every Friday to get your
See,
shit together on
You're
Tuesday.
supposed to switch between the. You see the thing? How you can. I made the other one so that it would not have
I don't see.
letters sticking out and stuff. The background I'm talking about.
Oh, see, I don't know.
Right next to it.
Steve obviously does all the graphics. I'm going down to find.
Okay.
This one?
The one that's right beside it that doesn't have
a
bunch of fonts on it except for on the bottom. No.
I only see these. This one? You mean like that one?
It looks like the other one, only it doesn't have the pictures of people.
That one? Well, that one's not exactly the same.
It is the same picture.
Okay, that background is the same as that one.
It's the same background. It's a slightly different hue. That's all. And one has the font, and one has pictures of you and Leo. But I made it like that, so it just.
I don't do the digital art here. Can you guys tell? I'm not the digital artist.
I want everybody to have a pleasing, eyeball experience.
I usually I will be like, no, you should have done this with that. But I don't make the actual art things on here at all. Give credit where it's due, Steve Cutler. Oh, let me see who's in the chat with us, and we'll go on. I can pull up the link that I found earlier.
Yeah.
After.
Walls up in here.
We got Popeye in the house. I don't know. And we have Oz Whistles.
Brother Oz.
And they're sharing some links. And see, that's why I love that you guys have wrenches. You guys can share those links.
Yeah.
Barbara. How are you,
B.
Barbara? I don't know what you're linking here, but I wanted to put your name up there. We have Gamer in the house. Gamer for life.
Sorry, Kate.
_07. It's so weird to say the whole thing.
It is. I usually just type GFL.
Yes.
Because that's easier.
There's a Barbara.
The natural prepper. Howdy. Welcome.
And we have, see, Steve shows right there. That's how we're supposed to do it. The GFL is the Gamer for Life.
That's right.
And we have a beautiful Kate in the house. Oh, I just adore you, Kate. Just saying. I mean, I adore every one of you.
Safe travels, Vicky. We'll see you shortly.
Is Vicky driving?
Yeah. She's like, I'll see you when I get home, about a half hour.
Okay. We'll be getting just started then, It's like it takes us a while to get started and warmed up. It's like, yeah, we're just stretching our muscles in the beginning here.
It's like an old truck. It takes a minute to warm up.
Sometimes. Whoa, what is that?
Damn, that's loud. It's just like a phone explosion.
Critical thinking and a struggle to being authentic. Riggs. So true. Let me see. Oz is talking to Popeye about doing some beats.
Yeah.
And Oz Whistles is sending in the fam a virtual hug. And Charlie Brown. Heidi ho, neighbors. Yes.
Howdy ho.
Howdy ho. What is that from? And that's creepy.
It's Mr. Hanky, the Christmas poo.
That's what it is.
Mr. Hanky, the Christmas poo.
It's like it's Do you ever do that? Like you know,
smells all nice and flowery.
you're like, wait, where do I know that from? What state-sponsored propaganda is that I'm repeating in my head and not knowing where we're
That's
getting
the
it
Trey
from?
and Matt propaganda. The fresh out of Colorado. Oh man, the audio capture parliamentarian.
Hi, Horsecow.
Mhm.
You're not the only one that makes everyone mind. No, you're not. There are some of us out there that do it. Yes.
Yeah, there's people.
Yeah.
I see people doing it. I think it's a good idea because why not?
I think, yeah.
Why the fuck not? Because some people are absolutely
Because some
batshit
people
crazy.
will then
Sure.
do that to each other. Okay, so you should be able to in the chat, you should be able to put links in the chat and share things. And you should be able to say what you want, and we should be adults about it,
I say what I want.
I mean, like, I don't know. If being an
Say what I
adult
want.
is being a liar, then I don't want to be an
Yes, you can.
adult. So I'm good being a kid where, you're told to be honest, and that's what you are.
That was like the third South Park reference, and we've just gotten started.
Oh my God.
Seriously, guy.
We're glad to have you. Oh my gosh, I looked up and it's March 2nd at 11:11 p.m. EST. Like right when I looked up, I'm like, whoa. And then I look over and we're at like 11 minutes and like 11 are watching. Like, what is happening? That's a lot of freaking 11s.
That's a ones.
Who knows the numerology and the freaking, the statistics of that? Okay. Is that a statistical anomaly? Was that a weird thing?
I'm pretty sure Oz Whistles is like a Merlin apprentice, so he probably knows that shit. He could explain it to you. Hello, Greasy.
Oh, Oz, yeah. This is home. It is home. And we love you.
It's code. It's code for what? Damn it, nobody ever tells me the code. I was talking to Skylar earlier about that. I said,
wait, who?
Skylar.
Oh, Skylar. I thought you said sorry, Skylar. I'm like, we have Skylar and we have a Skylar. So
yeah, well,
yeah.
no.
Yeah.
I was talking to Skylar, and then I remembered that as a child, they like when it got to be, I think it was 4th grade or 5th grade, they introduced us to computers, and like they brought in a bunch of TIs and a few Apple computers, and they taught us like a little bit of DOS and a little bit of this other Apple stuff, and only like maybe 2 years later, there were no more computers like in the school that I was in. That we had moved from there to Florida, and there was no computers except for in one classroom, and it was like an elective thing. Like you had to already be really good at math, and have it was like an advanced elective, and that was like in 5th or 6th grade, I believe, that I'm thinking back to, and it was weird how like. If I would have stayed involved with those computers, I would know so much more now. You know what I mean? If I would just kept doing code all that time since I was in 5th grade, and it's like they tried to introduce it to some people, but they just, I don't know how that worked out, but only some people were fucking allowed to learn that technology. And then, so many years later, here we are. It's crazy. It's crazy, crazy, crazy. Fortunes fucking made and lost and stuff like that just occurred to me driving and thinking, wow, how come I don't know more about the computer? I've been around computers for a really long time, but just the way that they roll them out and the way that they only expose certain people and certain like classes and academic echelon was weird. It's weird to think about anyway. They fucking do that shit all the time with everything cool. Damn it. See, that's what I'm talking about. Like, I would know so much more about, like, you know, the current technology had I just been exposed to it further, because I really fucking took to it when I first got it, and then it took a while, like went like a couple years without having my own computer. It's just weird how you like get behind the tech like rapidly if you don't fucking pay attention all the time and learn everything new as it happens.
Oh, look at, and it's 11/11 is Bella's birthday. That's cool.
Got some more ones right there. That's a bunch of friggin' ones.
But it's also wait, that's November 11th.
Ones and zeros, ladies and gentlemen. That's exactly what I'm talking about.
One, I think, isn't like one is the most common like number in sequences. I believe it appears the most for whatever reason.
It's either a 1 or a 0. So
Well, because I mean, if you think about it, everything after the first set, 1 through 10, then all the teens all have a 1. So I think it just because it is, it makes it most common.
Predominant. But it's weird how the code eludes.
Natural Prepper, we should do a stream together. We're gonna have to talk. Yeah, you should message me or something on. Well, you can get us on Steve Cutler Live at gmail.com. You can get me on my Twitter, which is Lucky Burritos. My DM's on there. And then there's Discord. Oh my gosh. But yeah, we gotta get in contact. I would like to.
Jilly lovely.
I just saw that Julie was here.
Trish T. Yeah, so I put up a bunch of videos and stuff lately, like a few tracks there, like chopped out of the live streams. And thank you all for all y'all that are like commenting and stuff. That's awesome. I appreciate that. Muchas gracias.
Is one the loneliest number? Really? Is it though?
That's what they say.
They say it's the loneliest number. I mean, I guess it's a matter of perspective. It is one really being like, a single, or one can be multiples of that same thing though. Maybe one isn't just one. Maybe one is 11.
What is it? God damn it. 3 Dog Night, right? Is that 3 Dog Night song? I'm pretty sure. One is the loneliest number you could ever do. That's what they said. I don't know if that's true, but it seems probably accurate. And certainly sad. Jimmy Greenspoon. Okay.
All right, I'm gonna look for that link. So talk to the people for a minute. Yeah.
I watched last night. Bob Weir played with Billy Strings, young dynamo Billy Strings, and Billy was playing electric guitar with Bobby and a couple other like regular dudes, and Barry Sless on pedal steel, and Les Claypool from Primus even came out and played on the Beatles' Tomorrow Never Knows cover they did. And that was interesting because Bobby's like 75 and Billy Strings is like 24 or something. Like, it's wild. Like, goddamn, really cool, multi-generational, fucking hippie, fucking good ass picking music going on. Playing Grateful Dead songs and shit. I approve. I think that's what I was trying to make. You should probably watch it because it was good. They play it at the Sweetwater in Marin County somewhere, California. Yes, Claypool is a fucking wizard. He played. It was the Wolf Brothers with Bob Weir, and the Wolf Brothers is Don Was, the producer guy, produced a fucking bunch of fucking amazing shit, and he's a fucking kick-ass bass player. Who knew? And Jay Lane from Rat Dog, Bob's old band, on drums, and Barry Sless on pedal steel, and Jeff Chimenti on keyboards from the Dead and Co.
I can never say Jeff's last name. So I'm always like Jeff on keys.
Pretty fucking good for a little pickup band, you know. Not bad at all. I could see that boy could fit in those big Jerry shoes. Not that John Mayer's not already crushing that position, but it makes people happy. And that's the fucking point. Music makes people happy. Makes me happy. I don't know about you motherfuckers, but it makes me happy. Sweetwater is in Sausalito. Thank you, Kate. It used to be something else where they played. I don't think it always was a Sweetwater's. I think it was something else. God damn. No. All right. Did you find your thing that you were looking for?
I don't know if this was the right one, but
you did find one.
Yeah.
Excellent. Whoa.
What is happening over there?
My phone is making crazy friggin' noises. I don't know why it is. Oh, because somebody texted me and I have that crazy noise.
Oh my God. So what's going on with the chat? Like,
I'm trying to get back to the chat. I'm actually texting, and I'm really slow at doing things like this. So let's see. It says the Central Scrutinizer wants to talk to you, Steve. I was afraid that was going to happen someday.
What happened?
Ever since Sausalito is also ground zero for Shitlibistan. Ground zero Shitlibistan.
What are you talking about?
I don't know. I'm just talking about Sausalito, which is where Sweetwater's is apparently. And also, I don't know if it's the same venue that Bobby and Billy Strings and them guys played at last night. And for some reason, the Central Scrutinizer wants to talk to me, and somebody is very connected until very recently, very high up in special weapons that just happened to be there filming 9/11. And the 9/11 thing.
What are you talking about?
I'm just randomly reading text, if that's okay with you. I'm just trying to catch up. Don't you boys know any nice songs? I have children sleeping here. That's it. I'm calling the police. The natural prepper is solar powered. That's fucking awesome. Me too. I think I am solar powered because it was sunny today and I feel so much better than I did the day before when it was not sunny. I don't know if that's a thing or not, but I'm pretty sure it must be.
Okay.
Okay. Camp Schreiber Kate said, my father-in-law likes to take me out to lunch at Sweetwater when I visit him. He's such a cool old dude. Right on. He might have been at that show last night. I don't know. I'm just saying.
Okay, so I found something that I wanted to kind of look into. I haven't like completely read through all of this. This is about critical thinking.
Oh. There you go, thinking again.
I know.
That just leads to more troubles and arguments. That's my thinking on thinking.
Okay. So I find that sometimes it's a good thing to go back to our roots and remember like why we're what we're talking about when we're talking about critical thinking, when we're talking about being authentic and what that means, and like also then the struggle that goes along with that. So critical thinking, according to the study.com, and they have school things, I guess, here. There's a couple different places I got like definitions from and stuff, but so it means critical thinking means that the reason judgment that are logical, well thought out. It's a way of thinking in which you don't simply accept all arguments and conclusions you're exposed to, but rather have an attitude involving questioning such arguments and conclusions. It requires wanting to see what evidence is involved to support a particular argument or conclusion. People who use critical thinking are the ones who say things such as, how do you know that? Is this conclusion based on evidence or gut feelings? Are there alternative possibilities when given new pieces of information? Additionally, critical thinking can be divided into the following core skills: curiosity, the desire to learn more information and seek evidence, as well as being open to new ideas. Skepticism involves having a healthy questioning attitude about new information when you're exposed to it and not blindly believing everything everyone tells you. And finally, humility, an ability to admit when your opinions and ideas are wrong when faced with new convincing evidence that states otherwise. So to me, that's, that is my thought process when it comes to everything, when it comes to myself, when it comes to the people that I know, Steve, Skyla, like everybody out from there, like all the information I get. So I think that's a really good kind of like rundown of what, how I think of critical thinking. When I read that, I was like, yeah, that really, defines it right there for me. Yeah. And if I want to get the rest of this, I have to create an account, which I'm not doing. And then let's see what they say at the beginning here about using critical thinking skills. Many people decide to make changes in their daily lives based on anecdotes or stories from a person's experience. For example, let's say your aunt told you that she takes vitamin C supplement every day. Additionally, she told you that one morning she was running late for work and forgot to take her vitamin C supplement. Okay. That afternoon, she developed a cold. She now insists that you take vitamin C every day or you will get sick, just like she did in her story. Many people hearing this story would just accept this and think, to avoid getting sick, I should take vitamin C. Although this type of logic is very common, it lacks critical thinking skills. If we examine this anecdote a little more carefully, you should be able to understand why. For starters, we don't know where the vitamin C stopping illness even came from. Why did your aunt decide to take vitamin C rather than D or any other vitamin? Yeah, like there's a lot of questions in there. That's just like a couple, Why was she taking it every day like that to begin with? Like, did she need it for something else? Was she sick with something else? All right. And then it starts to get gray down here. Let's see. I don't know if I'll be able to read it. Also, was there ever an indication that there exists a direct link between not taking vitamin C and developing a cold? At first glance, it may seem that way. However, there could be many other variables involved that have nothing to do with vitamin C. Maybe she was already developing a cold and that particular day just happened to manifest itself. Maybe a sick person sneezed on her in the elevator that morning. Any number of possibilities could have happened. It's just from the story. We simply do not have enough information. It's speculative, something. I can't really read the rest.
Good evening, vegan succubus. And hello, everyone.
So, I like the way that they explain critical thinking skills. Now, do you guys think that it's a common thing for people to think critically, to question all the things? Like, I feel like as a child, I was told to be seen and not heard, and I was, I was not encouraged to think critically and for myself, and I kept a lot. I didn't stop thinking critically, but a lot of times I couldn't express my what I actually thought, and I had a really hard time with this as a kid. And because I wanted to speak the truth, and in order to really feel like you actually know the truth and really feel like you can have a grasp on it, is, to me, like, I mean, how much of a grasp can you really have on it? I mean, how much do you really ever know? Unless there's more variables to a situation and you pull yourself completely out of it. I don't know. I want all the information from every way that I possibly, can. But I feel like when I was a child, I was, you weren't supposed to ask questions or question the adults or, things like that. I don't know. What do you guys think? Let me see what you guys are saying. Do-do-do. I don't know where I am in this chat. Her aunt decided to think herself sick. Ooh, that's true. The aunt could have manifested that sickness. There's so many factors as to why that aunt in that story could have been sick after the vitamin C. Yes.
That's a great quote. Yeah. We're drowning in information while starving for wisdom.
Yeah. Yeah.
No doubt.
Let me see. Bella said, Earl Hassel said, the measure of a person's intelligence is being able to entertain a thought without accepting it. That's a... Wow. What do you think of that, Steve?
What was the... I missed it.
I put it up there.
A lot of times, I believe that's true. If you can hold two opposing viewpoints in your brain, that might be a superpower, because it's very difficult for like anyone to do it successfully for any length of time. You can do it for a short while, but one or the other is gonna fucking dominate, and it's gonna, it's very difficult to see both perspectives or both viewpoints as equal in any situation. I think, at least anyone that I've ever faced, it seems it's a daunting challenge to figure out, if you're if you want to accept both of them and be like, okay, well, that's reasonable, and then it's reasonable to shoot myself in the head, or it's reasonable to not shoot myself in the head, It's like if both things are supposed to be the same and all things equal.
That's quite an extreme.
Well, but you know what I'm saying? It's like the ultimate finite version of that, like
Jilly said
that's how it goes.
Jilly said that questioning everything, especially yourself, is a sign of intelligence.
Yeah.
Sometimes it feels like a sign of insanity, Jilly. It's really hard sometimes to question everything, question yourself, and want the truth, but know that that what you can hold it. That doesn't make it. I mean, like, oh my God, it's a really hard place to be to try to be sure, but being so unsure that you're sure at the same time. You know what I mean? Like I don't want to be the person that is so confidently like wrong in myself.
Well, I'm guilty of that, like fucking a lot. I'm confidently wrong. I'm playing this song confidently wrong. Like, this is not how the song goes, but I am playing this song this way. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's okay in certain situations.
But being authentic then at the same
I'm
time.
being true to myself.
You're saying, like, but now you're like, yeah, I totally was wrong with that. Like, you're acknowledging, hey.
Yeah. You could do both things. Absolutely. You could like look at Led Zeppelin, like that's a perfect example of a band that, was confidently wrong a lot of the time, but also so right all the rest of the time. So, you go for it, man.
Oh, Gamer changed his username, Socialist and Ganja for Life. Yay. That's crazy, Gamer. Oh my God, it's going to be so weird to not call you Gamer.
Right? What's up with that?
I love that it says Ganja, though. Ah.
Yeah.
Gamer knows that it's like one of my favorite
Represent.
ways to to refer to, the cannabis, reefer, weed, whatever.
Yeah, what nomenclature do you prefer for your,
Yeah, but that's amazing, Bella.
marijuana?
Right? We are drowning in information while starving for wisdom.
I think that's amazing, like because Gamer mentioned Yona. I think the thing about the weed coming from Mexico, actually in the native tongue of like the Mayan or Aztecs that lived there, actually called it something that was really close to marijuana, and that's where that word came from.
It's so cool that we learned
when
that.
you learn about the drug war and you learn about marijuana prohibition, you're taught that word was selected and like used because it sounded like a Spanish word. It sounded foreign, you know what I mean? But it wasn't really a Spanish word. It was a fucking indigenous word. And it's just wild that like most people don't know that. Most people just like have no idea. They think it's just some fucking propaganda word, but that's strange. It's weird. Words are weird, man.
Kate
That's all
said,
I'm saying.
I think we're forced to not have critical thinking because if we think critically, we will be overwhelmed that the truth sucks. The big one. Yeah. That is so true for me. I find it a lot of times it's very hard to digest what's happening and then also still question it further. Steve, I'm not where you are, so I don't know what you're don't. I don't know what he's laughing about. And he's gonna like say something, and I'm like behind you guys, like I think a few minutes in the chat.
It's a quality comment. That's all I'm saying.
Okay. Tell me the quality. Tell it to me.
Okay. Well, Little says this channel is good, but it needs more drumming dog content.
I know. I need to get more Leo drumming. That was okay.
That was a fucking giggle moment. I don't care what you say. I don't care if you even like dogs or drums.
Hey, I critically stopped and thought, like, okay, if Steve's really laughing that hard, then we should. I evaluated the situation.
Yeah, it's all about evaluation.
Jilly said that intelligence is a matter of critical thinking, but also intuition. And Barbara said that I used to always put my foot in my mouth as a kid. Lucky. Yeah. So I grew up, the way that I grew up is I So my mom moved away with me from where I lived in Washington State. Oh, sorry, I'm trying to. There. I wanted to make sure I could have the YouTube thing. So I was taken away at the age of 4, and my mom married my stepdad, and we moved out of Washington State, and I moved to New Orleans. New Orleans. That's why I always say that. It's like New Orleans. It's New Orleans. Louisiana. And I lived up, the coast from there, and I lived as a stepchild. My stepdad was military. So as a child, I was to be seen and not heard. And there was, he didn't question anything. Like, that's the captain, man. Like, you don't question the captain. You don't question adults. You do as what you do what you're told. I did not handle that well, guys. Believe it or not. I didn't. I've always questioned everything. I don't feel like you just blindly believe or you blindly trust anybody, like, and I maintain that thinking, although my thinking in my speech and everything was repressed from the time I was, very young. And I don't know how I've kept all the critical thinking skills that I have and that I question everything, but it's something that I don't want to give up on, and I don't want to give up on being an authentic person. And I find that it's really challenging to do both. I feel like it is really challenging to be authentic in myself and think critically of things enough that I know that what I the beliefs that I carry, although they can always be molded again, like, it's crazy. It's a crazy place to be. It's not a lot of you don't have a lot of assurances. Oh. Oz Whistles said most deny the truth because they're unwilling to act on it. Yeah, so that's a big thing. It is a very big thing. That's
a valid perspective.
It is. And it's but there's a way to not deny the truth. There's a way to acknowledge the truth and still be authentic and say, yeah, I shouldn't do that, or I'm, I don't want to, or, it's a challenge. It's a challenge to be there. It's a challenge to know things and to know where that line is, to keep yourself authentic and keep yourself, who else is going to hold you accountable? You got to hold yourself accountable. I try to, and sometimes I suck at it. And sometimes, like, even, Steve, we'll point it out to each other, like, and it's okay. It's okay to acknowledge something, like, I am procrastinating.
I know in the solstices, Jilly, but I was saying I don't think it's enough time for us to be able to get it together to be out west until maybe the harvest. That's what I was saying. But thank you.
No. So let's see. Natural Prepper said, I was encouraged to think and argue until I had a different opinion than my family, then shut up. Okay, I was encouraged to think and argue until I had a different opinion than my family, then shut up.
Yeah. But that sounds fucking amazing. Kate was like, we should go meet on one of those islands for solstice. I'm like, it might. I don't think we could get there by June, but I think we might be able to get there by fucking harvest moon. And woohoo!
That would be awesome.
Hell yeah! You know why? Because COVID's over. Pandemic's over. Everybody. Did anybody tell you? I want to be the first to tell you
Kate
guys.
Said that?
Did you know? Because it is. Just telling you. I saw it on TV. So it must be true.
Are you looking at the screen?
I'm looking at my phone, and it's tiny. What do you want me to see?
What Kate was saying.
It's really difficult to see the comments for me.
Because you don't have it up on the iPad.
Yeah. We're called cult followers. The truth is, our teacher told us to find our own way and uncover truths. Okay, what is the first word? It says live over the top of it with the way I'm looking at it, so I can't see the entire comment. I am.
Osho.
Osho.
Osho? I don't know. OSHO?
Okay. Sinison. And we're called cult followers. Okay. Gotcha. It's really difficult because you have to understand. I'm looking at it on my telephone on this little tiny thing because for some reason the stupid. There we go. I fixed it. Now I can see what I'm doing. Okay. That makes way more sense now that I can see. It's like a tribe of people. I'm like, okay, that makes sense to me now. Words are hard. Any fool can learn or earn from their own experience.
I pulled a card.
She pulled a card. She pulled a card.
I pulled a card. Let's see what the card is.
Crikey.
It says, always do your best.
Have a look at this one, eh?
It says, always do your best. And it says, honor yourself. Honor the man or woman that you are. Take the risks to express that dream. Taking action is about living fully and expressing what you are.
I have a question.
Hang on. Let me read that again.
Okay.
Honor the man or woman that you are. Take the risk to express your dream. Taking action is about living fully and expressing what you are.
Okay. So my question is, are those the only two choices?
What?
To be the man or the woman that you are? Aren't there like variations on that now? Because we're in a new time-space continuum or whatever.
You can take whatever energy it is that you identify as.
I'm just asking because that card made me feel a little weird about having to ask that question.
Oh my God!
All right,
God, just shut up.
It did. I'm trying to be honest and open here. All right. Does anybody else have any questions about what the card is commanding you to do?
Oh my God!
Whether you're a man or a woman or
Popeye said,
however you identify.
I question my every post.
I do too. Sometimes I even like make sure stuff is spelled right and use punctuation, but not often, not like a lot.
Barbara says, I guess you have to think objectively. And the natural prepper said, I always argue with myself.
Yes.
I feel like I do too.
I always admit that I'm right, but I always argue with myself.
Oh.
I just like the conflict, I think.
And Gamer says, I do talk to myself, even though I shouldn't. Why shouldn't you?
Who else is going to talk to you? Come on. That's your friend. Yourself should be your friend that you love because you're fun to be around. I'm a fun guy. Hey, I'm fucking fun to be around. Check it out. You know, that's how I talk to myself, you know, like, what the fuck are you up to today? Hey, fat boy, want to go swimming? You know, like I'm just, you know, I'm just down home with myself, you know, because I am home in myself. You might think that's weird.
Little said it's all about Occam's razor.
Yeah. It's true. There's some close shave shit going on.
So let's see. Oh, Popeye said I wasn't talking to myself. I was rehearsing. See, that's it. God,
Yeah, right?
I don't think it's bad to talk to yourself and think things like that. That's just, like you're just kind of thinking things through out loud like you would another person. Like I don't
I think that's perfectly fine. But rehearsing, that's fucking gross, man. That is disgusting. Come on. What are you trying to prove? What are you trying to improve?
I always doubt what I think is true. Been fooled so many times.
I'm sitting here jonesing for my guitar.
That is a real thing.
That's right. When it's you went cut too far after you break it. After it stopped working. It's true.
Socialist and ganja for life.
Socialist and ganja for life.
See, yeah. I can call him ganja. He's my ganja gamer. I like calling it ganja. Yes, you do love your ganja.
Yeah,
you do. You really do.
That's important. We like to encourage that sort of thinking and ganja consumptions. We don't have any money in the ganja field or anything yet. We're thinking about investing eventually. As soon as some of our what do you call them things again? Start paying off.
I'm so far behind you guys, aren't I?
Yeah.
Charlie Brown said, acceptance is key to being in the flow of nature's wisdom. Yes.
Word up. I got a GED to work at Safeway. Yeah, I mean, goals, baby. I got a GED. I got a GED in jail, and I got 6 college credits while I was there as well. And
oh, you ordered some Matrix bars? Let me know how they are. I've never had any.
Yes, I would like to know. Because they seem like, they're a little bit on the pricey end because, there's lots of different ones like that.
So, Natural Prepper, we want to, we're going to be working on figuring out a way to get intentional communities started. And I know that you do stuff like that. So that's why I'm like, we need to, you do the natural prepping and you have all the animals. So we got to have some conversation about like, how you like if you have any ideas like to help get people started and all of that. Yeah. We're going to be working towards a lot more mutual aid on here. And you have some amazing stuff that you're doing. So I'm really, really super excited.
That's really ironic that you say that they lost your high school records because like I just said about. Somebody just said that, and the GED that I did get, they lost the record of me taking the test.
Really?
Yes, the school district that was created for people who were in the corrections fucking system, right? They created like its own school district in Connecticut, and then it went away. Like after a couple of years, they didn't have it anymore. They weren't teaching fucking high school anymore. Yeah, nice, right?
Well, the government lost all my medical records from the time I was 4 years old until I was 21. I had, government health care that is given to the few, but not to the all. And, that was, one thing that, the military, that's one thing that the government gave me. Healthcare, and maybe Lyme disease. So, there's that.
Oh, a twofer. Got a twofer out of it.
That after I was 21, I didn't even realize that like I thought it was like just a thing, like, oh, you just don't have healthcare. I didn't know other countries like, were like, oh yeah, yeah, they had healthcare. I had no idea. And I later on I went down the road. I like wrote to them because you had to write to the records department or whatever it was. It's in I believe it's in Virginia. And they were like, yeah, we don't have your records. I'm like, oh, thanks. Yeah, I trust you guys.
Prepper said, email me, burrito.
I will. How do I where? Who do I email?
The natural prepper.
Okay.
Uh-huh.
Yeah. Steve, did you email to Steve too? He's at stevecutlerlive@gmail.com.
Yeah. That's weird that they lost all your medical records like that. I have a weird thing like that. When my parents, when I was born, my mom was married to my birth dad, and then he went to Nam, and when I was 2, they got divorced. And my stepdad that my mom started seeing like shortly after that, he ended up being my stepdad my whole life. And but I never was legally adopted, so I never really had his last name. But all through my whole life, up until I was 33, I believe it was 33. My name was Steve Lane, was Stephen Robert Lane. And now I'm 33 years old and I have to go get an ID because it was like post 9/11. You had to have an ID to fly. So I'm flying back from Florida to Connecticut. And the guy at the motor vehicles was like, well, because I had a birth certificate that said Cutler and a social security card that said Lane. And he's like, well, which one is it? And I'm like, it's kind of both. And I explained the story, and he's like, no, what you got to do is you got to choose. If you want to be Steve Cutler, boom, you can do it right now. No problem. I'll take your birth certificate. And so that's what I did. And so from like 33 onwards, I've been like, it's a motherfucker, dude. After signing your name for 30 years and plus, one way, and then you're suddenly a different name. It's challenging to this day. I'm still like, kind of pause for a second and make sure I write the right thing. But anyway, weird shit happens like that in life. That was my point. People lose records. Fucking sometimes you think your name is a name it's not. And you pay taxes on that name. Like, you know what I mean? Like,
well,
all of that.
In relation to that too, like when I was 7, this is me. This is stubborn little Lucky, 7 years old, Lucky 7. Imagine that.
Elle Latham.
I my stepdad and my mom. Well, my stepdad didn't come to me. My mom came to me. She's like, little Lucky. No, she didn't call me Lucky. She called me by the government name.
Government name.
And
I wish my government name was Peace Dove. That would be dope.
Okay, so anyway, my mom sat me down and asked me if I wanted to take my stepdad's last name. And I said, no, I want to keep my last name. And the reason I wanted to keep my last name is so that my dad, my biological dad, that I was taken away from at 4 years old. Like when I say I was moved away from Washington State, I mean, like I was moved away and my dad and all of the family on that side didn't know where I went. Like I was gone. And I said at 7 to my mom that I wanted to keep my last name so that my dad could find me. And I'm proud of that decision that I made at 7 years old because I kept that last name. I've kept that. I don't know how. It's like the one thing that I haven't let anybody take from me,
It's a Walter Bishop quote, and it's a Maiden song, Iron Maiden song. That piece. Whoa!
Why does it sound like your phone is like gonna blow up every time?
Special
Trish, I actually went to Catholic school. I'm not Catholic. I don't know how I went to Catholic school. I think because my stepdad was like born Catholic or whatever. I don't know. I was never Catholic. I went to Catholic school when I went to first grade, and the nuns and I did not get along, as you can imagine. The nuns wanted me to color a certain way, and I refused. And I don't know. I'm fucking scared of nuns to this day. I'm still fucking scared of nuns. I don't know all of what happened with my childhood trauma with nuns, but I wouldn't color the way they wanted me to. I refused, and they failed me for not coloring the right way. So, yeah, the fact that I was able to resist the nuns enough, and I wouldn't fall in line with my art. When I was like a little kid, they made me repeat first grade. Oh, fuck you, nuns. Sorry, not sorry. Bella said I went to Catholic school because they had better drugs. I only went to Catholic school when I first moved down south to New Orleans with my mom, stepdad, and then my sister was eventually born there.
Eventually.
Yeah.
Did Steve get a new phone? No. But I'm just not. It's a fucking pain in the ass when you have to keep signing into the stupid tablet. And because I'm always signed into the computer, it doesn't want to let me be signed into my phone and in the computer and the tablet. It's like, fuck you. You have to remember your password every time or some kind of code and all that. I'm just like, I'm old. Please just give me a break. I'll do it on my phone. And here we are. So how's everybody doing? It's nice to see you all. The lovely Elle Latham, ladies and gentlemen.
Elle is in the house.
In the hoozy.
Trish, I don't know how I was a Catholic for a very short period of time, so I'm not really sure.
How does that work again?
Does that, like, what do you guys think? Do you guys think I was a temporary Catholic? Was I a write-in? Was I a write-in candidate?
That's a good band name, Temporary Catholic.
Yes. I only go to church so I can, get rid of my rid of my awful sins, because that makes me, a better person somehow by admitting that I did something wrong.
I'm only down with Fat Tuesday and fucking Mardi Gras. Okay, the rest of it. No.
Yeah. Oh, Oz, if you want to pull a card for us, yes, please let us know what the card is.
Come on.
And if you want, you could even I don't know, if you wanted to, you could email it or something, the picture of it, if you wanted to Steve or something. I don't know. Why does it sound like outer space is happening over there? All right, let me see. Natural Prepper said, you were raised to have certain opinions, and you go out into the world and learn stuff. Then if your opinions change, you're brainwashed by libs. It's true. Like, the way that I was raised and the way that I am you wouldn't pick me as the puzzle piece to go with the family. Like, if you saw the other puzzle pieces, the other family, like, I'm not reflective of my family that I grew up with. It's a weird thing.
You're different?
I am. I'm very different.
Come on. Really?
I was not the black sheep of the family, guys. You know what I was? I was the freaking tie-dyed one that smelled like patchouli. You know that family member, it's that rainbow tie-dyed sheep.
Ew.
Like, not the normal one, They might have a little patchouli, a little bit of ganja stick in between the wool.
Oh, disgusting. Granola in the beard.
I got a rainbow wool. Like it's a felted.
No.
It's an
No,
artificial
no,
like
no.
lock, and then I put this in my hair when my hair was this short. Yeah.
Artificial locks. I love that song. Whoa.
Oh, let's give Oz a number from 1 to 10.
You should have used like a fishing worm, like a gummy worm. That would have been cool.
I found this on lot somewhere.
It's a good idea though, right? To have like
So hang on, I gotta give Oz a
hair.
number between 1 to 10. I'm gonna go with 9.
Okay. Number 9.
Number 9. Number 9.
Number 9.
Let's see. Julie said that she quit school in the 10th grade, had better things to do. Anything? Oh my gosh. I left school officially in the 10th grade. I mean, I was raised, I went to 9 different schools growing up. And so, like, each different school, I had a whole different level of propaganda to try to fit in and learn and understand. And so, for the most part, I was just like, fuck this. This is bullshit. I'm not dissecting your freaking frogs and your pigs, and I'm not writing a freaking report because I refuse to harm an animal or cut open a freaking thing. I'm not doing it. Like, they kind of let me just kind of like skate through it all. So I feel like even now, as I'm like, questioning all the history that I've learned and everything that I've learned, and I'm like, well, I'm learning it. I'm looking at everything with fresh eyes now because I feel like nothing I learned before, like it doesn't matter. Like, just like let it kind of just wash out. Because what they tried to teach us wasn't true. It's fucking bullshit.
Oz says he's already reading Cam's cards, and he'll do that for you after.
Okay.
And Elle said she was thinking 7.
Ooh.
So I guess Oz got his work cut out for him. That's what you get for being a wizard, dude. I mean, deal with it, bro.
So yeah, I left school in like the end of 10th grade also. I mean, like I have one report from when I went to high school, and oh my gosh, I remember being in that principal's office. God. I hated it. I hated the principal's office. I remember yelling at him one time and telling him that, his office and everything just made my head spin, and I walked out and left my mom in the office, and oh god, he did not like me. Like, I stopped using my locker because I had, like, it was too close. Like, he would stand in the entrance of like the principal's office, like stand there in the hallway, and I would be like, oh my god, this motherfucker. Like, he would do that, like, and just watch me and all the other kids, and like I was like, hell no, leave me the hell alone, dude. So I like would abandon that locker, and a couple of times I put a lunch in there and it wasn't good after a couple of days.
Tilly says we're a bunch of oddballs on this bus. Yeah, you know it, sister.
Oh my gosh, I used to smoke tobacco on the back of the school bus. So bad. I just, to me, it was like nobody else gave a fuck. Why did I? Like, why was I going to care? And I was just like, I was allergic to it. I've been allergic to the freaking bullshit. But even being that much of like wanting to like rebel and wanting to question everything, they still had me fooled with a lot of things. It's really hard to hold the place of it, and like, and then to get fooled, and then to get fooled again.
Oh yeah, it's just a repeating process over and over, and it's really weird how you can just stay oblivious. You can stay, you could live your whole life. You could live to be fucking 90 years old and be oblivious to the bullshit and just be completely programmed to do the thing and die at the appropriate time, and that's it, and never question it, never question any of it. Like, the whole thing is a facade, all of it is bullshit, and people do not even become aware of it. Like, so few people fucking are even halfway fucking cognizant of what is occurring. It's just crazy. It's just amazing. It's staggering to me. It's overwhelming to me because, I feel like I just stepped outside of that fucking bubble very recently. So it's all very shocking and just like, what the fuck? Really? Like, god damn. Everything is bullshit. Willie Nelson's son, fucking Mika, fucking wrote that shit. That's fucking straight on. That's
I know. Yeah.
that's dead on.
I wish we could play it, but we can't.
So
we'll
good. So
fucking
perfect.
Copyright.
And true. Just true.
See,
fuck.
did everybody quit in the 10th grade? Like, I'm noticing this is a trend.
Is there a trend?
It's like your year of liberation.
Yeah.
So like I quit, in the 10th grade. Officially, I was in and out of school. Only like I could go in and do the tests and shit. I didn't have it to do the bullshit. Like I couldn't learn fucking bullshit. Like I would go in and like I always got an A in art class, like the little that I did go, I would like show up randomly and like do things as long as it had my attention, and then if I didn't like it, I didn't go. So I mean, I got along with the art teacher just fine.
That's the thing that really bugs me, is that I knew at a very young age that a bunch of shit was fucking wacko and didn't make any sense and was really fucking perplexing to my fucking young mind. Like, I knew there was shit that they were lying about, like, and it was just more and more and more and more and more until I got to the point where I was, I was confident that I was pretty sure that everything was really as fucked up as I thought it was. And it was only about that bad. You know what I mean? Like, you reason it out. Like, okay, well, if this is true and that is true, and then all of this fucking death culture, fucking oil company, fucking money, big pharma, and all of that's all the same fucking thing. Then it made sense to me that, I didn't really fucking know dick about what was really happening.
Mm-hmm.
And the more you become aware, the more you can't believe that you were fucking had these preconceived notions of what the fuck reality was, and what really happened in the world, and what was really going on, and just how lied to you were. You know what I mean? They just systematically lie to you and put you on guardrails to make you go up the track and through the fucking academics and all of it, just keep you in fucking line. And that is it. Do not stray off course, because then you're a fucking radical. You're a radical fucking if you say something outside the fucking lines. And it's amazing that how do not more people who are awake and aware of a lot of things not see that even the very structures of education and all of it is corrupted to keep you misinformed and only informed of the things that they want you to know. And that's it. And it's like, I don't know why that's still a common thing for people to just be like, yeah, well, I went to college and did this and did that. And I'm like, yeah, well, that's awesome. And I wish everybody had a great experience in their life. But the fucking sad reality is that we live in a death culture. They're fucking mining our very existence, our very energy that humans put out, the love that we fucking make. They're mining it like it's fucking coal, like it's fucking oil in the ground. That's what they're doing with humans. That's what they have planned for us. And people need to
left
fucking
school and got my GED
up.
too. I went and got my GED too. I actually went and did it, and I graduated with honors scores, and I was like really happy about that because basically your GED is like just boiled down. Like you just have to know the boiled down stuff, like
Yeah.
And
Very low bar.
no, it's not. Actually, it's not.
It is if you think about all the things that you could.
Wait. Okay. So
could
no.
be learning or what they're teaching. You know what I'm saying? That's what I'm saying is a low bar. They're very fucking.
The tests are actually have gotten harder and harder, is what they say. But to me, it's like I would rather go improve myself with that. Like, I mean, fuck a test. Like, you have to show a test that you can comprehend basic. Like, it's so stupid. The whole school system, it just doesn't work the way that it's designed. Like I basically was like pushed through the freaking cracks and pushed through the ranks. And because I was, I went to 9 different schools growing up to like every like 2 years or so as a military brat, I was in a different school. So it's like constant adjustment, constant. And it wasn't always easy, but the one thing that it did do is it gave me the ability to go, and every time we moved was to go and find the tribe. Like, all right, gather the people. It's time to, find the people. Find your people.
I want to be clear though, the idea of like improving yourself by doing stuff like that, by you know what I mean, improving your scholastic ability and learning new things. I fucking encourage the fuck out of people to learn as much as they can about everything that interests them. And be hungry for knowledge, and that and you'll grow, you'll evolve into a a more rounded, reasonable person, because that's just the nature of it. And surround yourself with those same kind of people that are fucking hungry to fucking know things and do things and experience things. And that's like, I think that's hugely important. And it's just a shame that the systems that are in place to teach you things, unless you do it on your own and you have the, you know what I mean, you have the capacity to fucking regiment, fucking study and applying yourself to learning things. That's the fucking best thing you can do, because it's only going to help you, and it's only going to help the next person if you can share that knowledge. And I think that's what we're all about here, is trying to just like get everybody to share all the knowledge that they have, and in whatever way that they can, and that's got to benefit us as a whole.
Yeah, exactly. And the way that what also we need to do is help each other out through what we do know and the learning that we do know. We're going to start doing more of that here and exploring things, and using being very using our critical thinking, because just as a reminder, what we mean by that is using the curiosity, the desire to learn information, seek the evidence, as well as being open to new ideas. The skepticism involve healthy questioning attitude about new information that you're exposed to, and not blindly believing everything everyone tells you. And finally, humility, the ability to admit that your options and ideas are wrong when faced with new convincing evidence that states otherwise. That's hard. It can be a real guttural like response to not want to hear something. And I remember this, and like one way that I really remember it clearly was as we learned about this whole thing with COVID, and then COVID's over now, guys. And that's what the new thing is, apparently, is that it's over or whatever. I'm not going to get into my opinions of that. You guys mostly know that anyway. Like that's a whole different thing. But like, oh, see, now you got me distracted. What was I saying? Oh, as like the, more information came out, and at the beginning I was like, oh no, I was all in, like thinking like, holy shit, this is the, the, like the Spanish flu. And I was like, oh geez, I didn't realize. But and so I understand that fear place. I understand it. And it was not a good place to be in the beginning of all of this. It was very like, oh geez, more information would come out. Like at first I made masks and masks and masks. I like, oh my gosh, I gave away thousands probably of masks. And because I believed that, and I wholeheartedly believed that what I was doing, what was good. And it's, as I heard more information, I remember like I started hearing Amber King say stuff, and I'm like, oh, I remember that, like just that want to, like that recoil feeling of, no, I didn't want to believe what she was saying. I was like, no, that's not true. Right. And it's a hard place to feel that, and to go, oh my God, I really need to, like, I need to explore this. I need to be open to listening to this. And I had to push myself in order to do that. It was not fucking comfortable. It was not comfortable at all. Steve had, like, I didn't want to hear him. I was pissed. Now he's laughing because he's like, oh, Lucky's giving me credit because he totally called me out. And
fucking researched that shit. You're like, no.
Yeah, he researched it, and I did not believe him. I didn't want to believe him. You got to come over to the mic if you're gonna call me out for this. Go ahead. See, this is what we mean by being critical thinkers and fearlessly authentic. Is that even at the time I told him, like, no, I don't want to believe that. Like, I don't want to. I'm not ready to believe that. And he was like, well, you don't have to believe it. Doesn't make it not true.
Yeah, that is the position. That is the position you have to take. You're just like, okay, well, these studies are showing that, they're not very effective. Like,
and I wanted to challenge those studies.
Like, at all. I tried to reason.
It.
I was like, the reason why is because the particles are so tiny. You can't have a fiber
we don't
close
have to
enough
get into
to
all
stop
of this. The science of that, but yeah, you can
like the physics of
totally
it
go after me.
Easy to grasp, and she was just like, no.
Yeah.
for like a week or so, we're like,
it wasn't a week. It took you a few days.
It was about a week, and you were like, no. And I was like, I'm not wearing a fucking mask anymore. Like, sorry.
And I remember being like, what?
Yeah.
Like,
she was shocked.
My panties were all in a fucking bunch. I was just all like, why you?
My audacity was overwhelming.
It pissed me off.
But I tried to supply evidence, and all you can do in that situation is present the evidence and try to let the other person or the other people get their mind around what you're saying. That's why I try to present it a couple different ways with, like, well, it's really just a matter of physics, and explaining
I was so mad.
And she's like, no, like,
I
don't
want to hear
it. But that that made sense to her. That clicked. And what Amber was saying, it was like, okay, well, that, all right, fine. Like, eventually she conceded that, yes, it's probably bullshit. And it's just some fucking making people fucking be fucking, dominated. And it's just crazy, man. Like, it's just this mental fucking scarring for children. It really makes me angry. But anyway, that's the story of, critical thinking meets resistance, ultimately resulting in acceptance and evolution.
Trish says, I escaped from the Catholics. I did. I escaped the Catholics. I refused to color the way they wanted me to. Oh my God. Your own Oswistle's card pulled a card for me. Oh, he pulled your card. I have never gotten a flu shot either, Elle. That is a thing. I have not. I'm gonna try to catch up to where we are without missing. I'm trying. Trying to catch up to you guys.
That's so weird how it went from being like, oh, what's wrong with you? Why do you have a mask on? To, ew, why don't you have a mask on?
I know. Why don't you have one on?
It's so wacky, man. Think about that. You know, say like 3 or 4 or 5 years ago, if you saw somebody with a mask,
you would think they were like
you would think
something.
They're
sick,
they're
right?
A cancer patient or sick or something.
Yeah, like we have some a pair of boys in our neighborhood that are they're twins and they have cancer that they're battling, and I've seen them with a mask on occasion, so I identified that as a sick thing. My cousin, when I was making the fabric masks, actually at the beginning of this, I sent her masks out in California. She's out in Sacramento, and it wasn't a new thing for her though, because she wore masks already, because she had, for other purposes, other health issues, she already wore masks, and they work for other things, that people want to wear them for or whatever.
Yeah, really. I don't care if people want to wear masks and look like robbers. It's totally cool with me. It makes everybody look like a bandito.
I mean, there are benefits
and I
to being able to throw a mask on,
it's
like
sort of like being in a Western.
Can't identify me.
You know?
But I'm like way too unique and weird. Like I stick out no matter what.
It's sort of like being in a Clint Eastwood movie. And you're like, oh, everybody is just burrito. You're just waiting for like somebody to pull a 6-shooter. I don't know. I get sketched out at the supermarket. People are like looking at me like I have fucking 6 heads. Who is this fuzzy man with the fucking no fucking face diaper?
I remember being like, you better wear that mask the proper way. You better make sure it's on your face right, Steve. Mm-hmm. Like I was into it. Like in the very beginning, like we washed our hands. We did all the things, And
we wash our hands occasionally.
Yeah, I mean, like, hello, and they're like, super brown. No, oh my god.
I still wash my hands sometimes.
On occasion.
After gardening.
I know, I haven't been doing art, right? My nails are clean and I don't have paint all over my hands. So weird. But one thing that I will say is that with this whole like scare of things, like I am not in the same place I was in the beginning of it. At the beginning of this, we were still smoking tobacco. We weren't eating very well at all. We were meat eaters.
Good night, prepper.
There was a lot of things that we changed about ourselves and health wise, and I went off of all like pharmaceutical meds, big pharma. I don't take any big pharma meds anymore, and that's something that was something that always like held me back. Like when I was thinking like, oh yeah, I want to go out and travel and just be able to like just do whatever, I'd be like, oh yeah, but well, what am I going to do? I have to make sure I always have meds.
Oz is asking if you want 1 card or 10 card read for the thing.
We're going to do a family spread thing.
It's like for the room, I guess, my phone is going to fucking die.
Good night, Popeye. Who else was going to bed?
Natural prepper.
Oh yeah, we will email you.
We will. Alex M, nice to see you.
Alex.
Omar, nice to see you.
Good to see you, Omar. Yeah, and yeah, school was a train. to help you comply.
Yeah.
So how many people actually? Oh, we can do however many cards we want. Let me get to the. How far am I from the bottom? Am I like super far? I'm not super far. I don't think.
I think you are.
Maybe.
Where are you?
Maybe.
Maybe. To comply. Yeah, it's like halfway up.
I'm like 15 minutes behind you guys. All right, hang on. As long as I don't go on any kind of like rant, I'll be fine. Yeah, I went back and got my GED though, and I got honor scores on it. I was really proud of that. Alex M said, I barely graduated high school, went back to school, got my nursing degree at 40. See, like that's
empowerment.
That's amazing. You know what I mean? It just shows that the system that it's not us that's broken, it's the system that we were in that was broken. It's not us. And we need to realize that. Just like some of the most intelligent people I know had trouble in school. It's very structured, you know. Elle said, I started high school in 10th grade because I went to behavioral school, grade 8 and 9, because I was so depressed. They wanted to put me in like the alternative ed, and I was supposed to do that in 10th grade.
I did 9th and 10th grade in alternative high school, and that was like the best schooling that I had, hands down. We had an automotive shop. They taught us how to fucking rebuild a Pontiac 350 motor that was on a stand. Like you took it apart and put it all back together and everything, made it run. It was fucking cool as shit. That was really super, super fucking practical. And the kind of things that you should be teaching kids that can't fucking pay attention to shit in class. You know what I mean? You teach them things like that are fucking, you know, skills that can be utilized, that can be put to use and are fascinating and fucking rewarding as fuck. And, you know, some of those kids could be engineers and stuff. You don't know. It's just, I was really grateful for the couple years there. But then I bailed too in 11th grade. It's like, no.
Oh, that's
fuck
so
you guys.
cool, Barbara. You worked at a zoo. Not that I have such a hard time with zoos. Like, depending on what they are as a zoo, you know. And see, that's another thing, like like if we don't use critical thinking skills, then like, what if people weren't thinking critically about like the way that we, like children were treated? Like, I was born in 80 and raised in the 80s. And, back then you fucking, I got my ass beat. Like, like the things are different. So, if we didn't think about that in that way, then we wouldn't evolve as a society either and decide as a whole what's right and what's wrong. Yeah, it's like a GED club. If you didn't get a GED and you got a high school diploma or you didn't, that's okay too. We're an inclusive tribe here, but
that's right. There are no educational requirements at all. It's like I took what I could from like elementary school, and I realized quickly when I got to junior high school that I really, really enjoyed Black Sabbath and smoking weed and stuff. And it was the days where it was $1 joints and $2 for the lamb's breath, and the high school and the junior high school were side by side in the town that I lived in Rhode Island, in West Warwick. And so the high school kids would come stand, and there was actually smoking sections back then because kids could smoke back then, when smoking was still cool. They let us smoke out there on the corner of the building. And then the building was like set on the top of this big ass fucking hill, like a mountain. And it went right down to the river. And you could go down the whole back of the fucking like yard of the school was just this big meadow that went down to the fucking woods. And then the river shortly afterwards.
Right as.
And so everybody would go smoke a bunch of weed. The bell would ring. The first bell would ring. Everybody would skate down the hill. And you could go down the hill, walk down to town, and go to the laundromat. And they had video games, and they had, they had the Pac-Man and the Galaga and Galaxian and Centipede and stuff. And so we go down there and skip like, the first couple of periods or whatever, and walk back. And then the truant officer would catch us on the trail walking back up to the school and like be on his PA in his cop car being like, all right, boys, get back up the hill. Let's go. The bell just rang. Move it. Don't make me get out of the car. And he was just like this big chubby guy who would chase you through the woods if you were really late. It was fun. But I realized quickly that that wasn't where I was going to really learn much stuff at all about anything other than, weird social things. And I do have a really vivid memory of the last week of school. The school was like, let you bring your boombox to fucking school. And so like in between classes, walking to the next class, kids would be cranking Ozzy, Blizzard of Oz album because it had just come out. And like tremendous, being really baked, listening to fucking Crazy Train in the hallway of school and shit. It was like on these loud ass fucking, early 80s fucking boom boxes. Them things were like thunderous. It was that's a fine memory. I like that one.
Alex, that's really cool. Lonely, but your conscience was clear. It can be a very lonely place to be when you are completely authentic and honest as you can be. Because not everybody's where you are, and it's a really hard place to be in there because, like I said in the beginning of it, most people lie to themselves basically because they're not ready to accept it. Whatever it is, they don't want to. Because then, if you accept it, then you have to, you have to decide to either deal with it or not deal with it. If you put it in that denial field, deal with it or not deal with it. Whoa. That was weird.
As soon as my phone died, so now I'm mute.
Oh, well, don't write as me on there.
Why? I can just
No.
Yep.
No, don't write as me on there. Don't, please.
Blueberries? Blueberries?
So you became a psych nurse? That's interesting. You've got to have some insight into what we're talking about then. The healthcare industry sucks, and I dealt with such abuse. I can imagine that it's got to be such a hard place for people to be that are in the healthcare field right now. I can't imagine, especially people that know what's happening, and that feel like they can't say anything, or they're deciding not to say anything, like how that's got to chew them up inside, like to know the things and to have to make that decision, like, oh, I can't imagine, I'm so far behind this read. Maybe you should either tell me when it comes up, or if I need to, or if I should just like stop.
Tell you what?
I need to catch up.
Okay. Need to catch up.
Yep, I've been on both sides of the COVID thing. Absolutely. My advice that I always try to give people is when you're looking at something, what advice would you give, someone else if the situation was you? Like what advice would you give somebody? Like if you put me in your situation and I come to you and I said, okay, I'm in this situation, what advice would you give me? That's usually the advice that you need to take for yourself. You're usually gentler and kinder to somebody else than you are of yourself. And Elle's got it.
It's true.
Whoever wear your mask in case of a nuclear holocaust.
That's right. Put your mask on and kiss your ass goodbye. Thank you very much. Good night.
Yeah, they want to make us do things. We're just not. We're not up for that. I'm not.
Boom, 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 boom. Yeah, I have no idea where the hell you are in these
I'm
texts.
far behind. I think I'm like, geez.
Way far.
It doesn't make it look like I'm that far behind on here, but I guess I am.
But you are tremendously far.
Omar, I agree. I believe it's all your personal choice, and we should know exactly all the details of the choice that we are to make too.
Chatting in our chat room. Chat room.
The chat fam.
Chat
fam.
Chat fam. Tremendous people in the chat fam.
Wait, that list was released a year ago.
In the back of my classroom. See, we smoked weed on the bus. I
smoked in the back of I smoked tobacco in the back of the school bus.
Yeah.
I smoked weed in the school bathrooms in 9th and 10th grade. 8th grade, we did not, but I hid booze up in the ceiling tiles of the middle school, the girls' bathroom in 8th grade. In the 7th grade.
Every time we went on a field trip in the alternative learning program, the ALPS program that I was in for 2 years, every single field trip, we went on I think 6 altogether. All our little group of people, the heads in the classroom that were all like deadheads that were just waiting for fucking spring tour to start and shit, and that would be skipping school very soon kind of fucking situation. All ate acid every single field trip, so it was really fun. We went to the Boston Museum of Science, all spun out, and to the State House in Hartford. And I remember my friend Dan looking up in the dome of the Hartford State House. It has this big old dome this. It's the second biggest one in America or something, just a little smaller than the one in the White House. And he's looking up there. He's look like God is up there, man. And he's all spun out and it's all kind of hazy, smoky because you could still smoke in buildings back then and shit. It was wild. So many wild times. The bus rides were fantastic. Amazing, really, really high on acid with a bunch of teenagers. Good times, ladies and gentlemen.
Yeah, if you guys have not gone over to Elle's podcast, you got to go check it out.
Yeah, what the hell are you waiting for?
Steve, what are you waiting for? I went over and made my account. I made an account.
God damn it. Why don't what? See, every time I do that, I go make an account, and then she's like, why don't you make me an account?
No, I did for the you have to know I'm talking about to do the podcast, to listen to the podcast. I mean, we can listen to it on one account, but we can do 2 accounts.
The Podbean, yeah, that's why I didn't.
Podbean?
Yeah, I think that's what's called.
You should still do a Steve Cutler live one so that we can also listen to it.
Also, if you guys are not into supporting the federal fucking tubes of America, you can go to Odyssey / something Lucky Burrito somebody or other.
I just totally scrolled
I don't know the address, to be honest with you. But if you type in Lucky Burrito into Odyssey, you will find us. And we have a bunch of content up there. And also on Rumble.
Love you, Kate.
And the Rumble, I believe.
Yeah, tell them that.
It's either the Odyssey or the Rumble. One of the two are synced to the YouTube. So every time there's something on YouTube, at least on my channel, it gets put on there as well. It gets synced on there.
But he doesn't. Oh my God.
But we have to do another account so that you can have yours synced as well. And fuck censorship, ladies and gentlemen. Okay, that's all I wanted to say. I wanted to say Odyssey and Rumble and fuck censorship. Rockfin, please let us onto your platform. Was that too? Did that sound too needy? Be honest, please, 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 sir. May we have some Ray coins, sir? Sir, does it please you, sir, if we join your network? I don't know. I don't know why I'm doing it in an accent, but it seemed more desperate.
Oh my gosh, Steve, don't type as me.
What happened? Where?
I see emojis.
Emojis.
I see him. I did not type this, guys.
Oh my goodness.
You guys would probably be able to tell
What does
if
it
it was
mean?
Steve or I that was typing
What
things.
does it mean? It says unicorn, dragon, owl house.
Old guy or something.
I don't know what that means in emoji. Does anybody speak emoji?
And what do you guys think? Do you think that there's higher, we have like basically the hieroglyphics. I can't say it.
Yes, it was very Oliver. Thank you, Trish.
Hieroglyphics. The ancient emojis that they used.
Hieroglyphics.
Hieroglyphics.
Ms. Pelosi, can you pronounce this word for us? It's a hieroglyphics.
Hieroglyphics. Old hieroglyphics.
Did she look like
old emojis, ancient emojis?
Did she look like a 79-year-old rabid coyote behind Joe the other night? Like, I mean, seriously, rubbing her paws together.
That was another emoji. What are you doing? Stop typing as me.
That was the emoji of death. Thank you, Bella. He just subscribed to us on Rumble. Boom.
What?
There we go. Odyssey owns half the radio stations in my city, Sokto. Wow.
Now, is that good or bad?
Is that good or bad? Because I'm not sure exactly.
I don't like that whole duopoly.
What is going on?
I mean, that's not enough information for me to make an evaluative decision opinion about that.
It's difficult.
Aram says, "Don't play leapfrog with the unicorn and wait until vaccines are properly and thoroughly tested."
Those are both excellent points.
Oh, that was fantastic, Aram. You know that I love you.
Aram is here all week. Try the veal. Thank you.
Oh, that was very. I'm so far behind you guys. No, I'm catching up.
Catch on up.
Okay.
Get you on up. You're almost there.
I know. I'm
Won't be long
so
now,
close. I'm really trying to scan through. So if I miss something, I'm sorry, guys. I try really hard to really pay attention to everything you guys are saying. And
that's almost impossible.
It's really,
I can't even do that. If there's just two of us in a room, I can't pay attention that much. It's my brain won't. It's like, no, look over there, shiny. And I have to go look over there.
Wait, what's on Apple? Are you talking about
guitar?
Your thing?
Guitar. And then, are you ready to rumble? It should be. You're absolutely right. It should, when you land on that page, on their landing page, it should be like, are you ready to rumble? It should be that guy from Vegas. Is he still She was trying to start a burn pit with her knuckles.
Oh my God. She's like, Dave.
She's like, she heard the word burn pit. That was her keyword. It triggered her. She was like,
I wonder what is that a sign language? Does anyone know if that's sign language for something? What does that mean? It's like the evil, I
think that was I don't know exactly.
It's like their evil handshake that they do. It's like, it reminds me, she reminds me of a character that would be in the Dark Crystal, that kind of cackly,
I think your sayings are very important, Elle, and I think you should say them more. The more you say them, the more you say them. Hey, that's a good saying.
Is it you
beans?
The more you.
What?
What?
I don't know. Nancy Pelosi rubbing her fucking paws together to start a burn pit. That might be the funniest thing I've read.
I think
Come
that
on,
we
you
need.
guys are fucking funny, but come on.
That's what we need on
Vicky
t-shirts.
Adams for the win.
Steve, can we
What?
can we make that a t-shirt? Can we make a t-shirt with Nancy Pelosi rubbing her hands together
She
like that
danced.
so that she can start a fire for the burn pit? Can we please burn it down, bitches? Let's burn it down. Let's burn the old witch down. Let's burn
We
her.
don't need no
and-
let the motherfucker burn. Oh, the roof. The roof. That's what should be synced up to that. Her doing
Oh my
the
god, the
little
roof
dance.
was on fire.
Yeah. The fucking roof. The roof. The roof.
That is such a weird
on
movement.
fire.
Like I would think like maybe like you could find like somebody that was a tweaker like doing that like in a
Yeah.
corner.
It was very
Like-
very methamphetamine inspired, I think.
Yeah.
I think that's what the consensus is in the chat.
That's
as
what
well.
she's gonna be doing when the shit goes down. This is all satire, of course.
She was doing
fucking
the gopher from Caddyshack.
too.
Yes.
Oh, oh,
Oh, fuck yeah.
oh God.
Fucking Biden.
Who said that one?
Biden was Bill Murray. Oh, it was terrible. What a bad remake that would make.
Who said that?
Arem said Nancy
Oh,
Pelosi was
God.
doing the gopher from Caddyshack.
Can we please make that into a thing? Can we Steve, can you make us that a meme or something? Like
That's 2 memes already. It's just like
I could think of memes like all day
all I
for
could
him. I'll be like,
see-
Steve, I need that as a meme.
I see
I
the
did that as a
world
meme.
in 16:9 thumbnails now. I can't unsee the fucking aspect ratio
She
anymore.
did dance.
Ah,
She danced.
she
Oh my God.
danced.
She danced. She was the
She did.
gopher.
She did a little gopher.
Maybe we
dance.
should make it one of those NFT things.
Oh. Okay, you're making me throw up in my mouth a little.
Can we make Nancy a Caddyshack NFT? Can we do that?
I think it would be easy to make her into a the little gif of the groundhog doing the little dance on Caddyshack and just slap Nancy's fucking Skeletor face on it, and it would be awesome. I
Oh my God, that was.
don't know. Hurry back now, Vicky Adams.
Oh my God. Yeah,
Oy.
Ganja, pick that nose.
Yeah, she did look fucked up. She did. I thought she was way too energetic. Her and fucking Kamala Mala. She was like.
I'm on current. I am on current comment.
Hey, nice job. You caught right up. Look at that. Same page and everything. The whole address was a meme. You're absolutely correct. Elle, once again, cutting through the fucking bullshit.
You guys got to listen to Elle's podcast. I
Yeah.
went over into the bean one. The bean.
the pod bean.
The pod bean.
Where else you gonna put your pod, huh? Hey, watch where you put your pod. All right, that's all I'm saying.
Hey, don't we know someone that likes to do something with beans? We got a pod bean.
Vicky Adams, she's the bean lady.
Very funny. Very funny. Elle's like all over the place. Like she's like a ninja.
That's what it was. She's like, I promoted this show in the Yahoo fucking the Yahoo finance chat.
Why were you in a Yahoo finance chat? Can I ask that question first? Like awesome that you like promoted the show and that you think someone in the Yahoo finance chat will want to hang out with us.
What kind of dumpster?
Maybe they will
fire is that?
finance our
Chat.
intentional community.
Uh-oh.
Hey, Yahoo finance chat people.
Shout out Yahoo.
If
Finance
any of you
chat
guys
people.
want to sponsor a community people that want to get a plot of land and have a parallel, society that we are starting, please let us know. We
That's
have
great.
plenty of people. We just need someone to drop some starter seed money in there.
I like the idea that you're just like,
There is
hey,
a tax write-off.
hey, dudes with money. We're starting.
I
a
won't
thing
give
that
you
could be
anything but a
part of."
parallel community, but
This is a great approach. I just like it. I think it's gonna work. Like, hey, rich dudes, check it out. We're doing a thing, and I know you want to be part of it.
because when this shit goes down, you're gonna want somewhere to go.
That's right.
You're gonna want people that know how to do some things.
When your Bitcoin gets sequestered, you're gonna need a place to camp.
yeah, we're like let's think about this, guys. Where are the people that have no life skills going to go when
it's
the
the
shit
only
goes
chat
down?
they don't disable. Is what she just said. That Yahoo chat. That's fucking crazy. I remember old Yahoo chat was just off the chain, fucking bizarre, like a complete dumpster fire, clown car, fucking accident. Used to be. It was pretty fun.
I mean,
A lot like the early IRC.
what is this? Oswissel says, hope you never had the misfortune to read this set. Epstein is a nice part of all that. Oh, jeez. The whole Sleepy Union was
Epstein is the nice part of the fucking the ruling class. Yeah. See, I much prefer that name, ruling class, because that's more apt of a title than calling people elite. You know what I mean?
Fuck fuck them. They don't rule me.
Yeah, they fucking do. They rule all the fucking shit. It's undeniable. You can't deny that. That's
I don't want to give them a title that makes it like, oh, they rule you. Like that gives them.
I like to just call them the fucking douchebag rich people. That's fine with me. You know, I'm not. I
would rather be a poor person and be happy.
Predator class is also apt. Absolutely.
You know, I feel like the struggles that I've been through and the struggles that I will have, because I'm never not been a poor person, you know. I'd rather God, I would rather just not live in that society, this society that they have. I want to be able to have a society of, you know, people that don't want to live that way, where that monetary, that's not their goal. Like that's not my goal. It's just not.
Yeah, I feel you.
Hey, Dingo.
Dingo, what up? What up? What up? Nancy was high as fuck, cottonmouth, eyeball bouncing, giggling, and shit not Kampala was holding her inner psycho the whole time and holding in a grudge fart. A huge fart. Sorry, grudge fart.
Grudge fart. Can you imagine?
Also a great name for a band. Okay. Thank you.
Oh my God. You know, they haven't cured Alzheimer's when they still let Mr. Bo Rattle Bones walking around out there.
Can we expand a little bit on grudge fart? Now, what constitutes a grudge fart? Is that a fart that you're like, okay, I told you I was going to get you back?
Can we give Charlie Brown a little bit of acknowledgement here?
Yeah, well, shout out Charlie Brown, because that's a fucking...
Okay, like, let's just, like, let's keep it real. Nancy was high as fuck, cottonmouth and eyeball bouncing and giggling, and shit's not up. I can't even say it. Oh. Yeah, you know what? She was holding in that fart because then she was just gonna like blame it on Joe Biden. Like, you know, like Whoopi Goldberg has that that fart button, I think, on her fucking thing. Like they're like, oh, yeah, she said something she shouldn't. Oh no.
Yeah, but that's, you know what I mean? Is a grudge fart like one that you like you owe somebody? You know what I mean? Because they fucking, you know, they carpet bombed you one day or whatever. You're just like you're in the elevator and it's just you and homeboy or
I want a button
and
to press
and
in the
they just
elevator.
lay like the largest gnarliest fart and you're like, oh God, man, you had to do that. One of those. If a grudge fart would be your retaliation fart. Maybe
I knew a guy
retaliation fart, also excellent band name.
I mean, I knew a guy who could do it on cue. He used to do it like, yeah. You fart on cue. I'm like, I don't know. That's talent right there.
The comments in like it's got. I'll put a link in the thing. Put a link in the thing. Look at the link.
I just not my knee. I can't. Steve, I can't just click it here. I have to go and do a whole thing.
Okay, well, you know. Hey, good night, Bella. Thanks for hanging out. Thanks for subbing to us on the Rumbles.
Yeah, thank you.
And please, anybody who thinks of it, please subscribe to
And-
our Rumbles and our Odysseys and our other craps.
Omar has it right. Right, left, right, left. Omar said left versus right is a distraction. Top versus bottom is the real battle.
Absolutely, I agree with that 100%.
Yes, and
I
a
don't know
grudge fart is best served on an elevator. Can we please have that as a bumper sticker? Can we please? Or how about we just make elevator stickers and we just like bomb elevators with that sticker?
I'm saying, right? That would be a
How funny would that be if
retaliation
you
fart.
saw that in an elevator, like just a sticker that said a grudge fart is best served on an elevator. I would die laughing. I would laugh so hard.
It would just be the best to put that bumper sticker in elevators all over town, you know.
We have like the big casinos by us. We could go stick them, in there. We would probably be like, but the casinos near us, they are their own sovereign land. Okay. Why don't we have that? Why don't we have that? I want my own sovereign land. I don't want to be part of this. I don't want to be part of this United States.
Are robbing us blind. Well, yeah. That's what I'm talking about.
The State of the Union addresses GPS coordinates take you to the dumpster fire and an alleyway where free crack pipes can be found. Oh God, Charlie
Oh.
Brown.
Nice. Shout out to the fucking Biden crack pipe. I've heard it's one of the best tools in the business. If you like crack, smoking up with Ukrainian gangsters.
Aram said,
You're
what's
gonna
worse
love
than
the
a grudge
Biden
fart
crack
is a
pipe.
regrettable shart.
Did you see the link that Elle put in the thing?
Grudge for World Tour 2022. Oh my God. Oh my God. We could have a Grudge Fart World Tour 2022 and we have Grudge Fart stickers.
And
That would be a great band name now, okay? Steve says it all the time, but can you imagine being like, yeah, my band's name is Grudge Fart?
Grudge Fart. And
we like everyone would
Regrettable
put
Shart
these-
is opening up for us, bro. It's gonna be rad. This shit's gonna be dank. Or something.
Oh my God. And then Charlie and Phenomenal Mysticism said Charlie Brown Rebellion. If you make the phrase cottonmouth into one word, cottonmouth is a venomous snake with a mouth as white as cotton.
That is absolutely 100% true. And I've met a couple of those in the wild.
I have not met them.
Oh, yeah. They're funky little motherfuckers. You got to be careful because they'll bite you. And
okay.
and
fucking Elle, you're
they
just
will make
the
your
most
leg fall
adorable
off
ever.
and shit. You can't get to the hospital.
Do you guys, Elle is just the most adorable ever. Just saying. And she knows
I
that.
hope they see the link. The link I've mentioned like 3 times. No. What link?
Al, this is why I need you in here.
Fart jokes can be funny. I mean, grudge fart, come on. I mean, because it was started out, Charlie Brown said huge fart. So, I mean, grudge fart? Yes. And then retaliation fart. And then, what was the last one? What did he say? Regrettable shart. Also, they're all awesome. Come on. Yeah. Let's not poo-poo the poo-poo jokes, really. Come on, people.
What?
We're just humans. President Poopy Pants. Shits and giggles, ladies and gentlemen. That's the best nomenclature for Camilla and Joey. Jack. Come on, Jack.
You've never
Come on, the thing is rabble.
You've never
Jabbers.
You've never written Elle a message before?
Son of a bitch. I have not. That is just a rumor. I don't even know that girl.
Oh.
President Poopy Pants. Yeah, shits and giggles. I think that was the funniest one with the clowns, the sad clown face on Joe, and poetry in a meme form. Yep.
All right, I think
Those who bet on farts often lose. Confucius say. Confucius wise. And it is that unbridled wisdom, I think, is what draws us all together. You know, we all just have little morsels of wisdom and silliness and facts and truth and lots of shits and giggles last night. Definitely.
Omar, that's insane. European countries are banning non-white refugees from Ukraine from entering their countries. So effing racist. That's fucking disgusting.
Oh yeah. I saw a report on that was showing black kids from Africa just trying to return to Africa from Ukraine, but like being denied fucking passport and just hassled and detained.
Why? What?
Fucked up, stupid, racist bullshit. Because they're fucking Nazis. Because we sanction Nazis. Whoa, big surprise. We work with Nazis? Tell them, Elle. Yes. We have always... We are a wicked Nazi-friendly country. People don't seem to realize that. You know, I used to laugh about nuclear war, too, because I thought it was just like cartoon. It was just like...
Trish, you should.
It's just cartoon. You know, that wasn't really going to happen. But then I realized, no, it probably will happen eventually just because we are in a cartoon. And inevitably, that's the fucking, you know, that's the sweeps week fucking spectacular, you know, which will cause... It'll blot out the sun, or it will set off some fucking earthquakes, or, you know, the super cauldron will fall in and in the West or whatever, you know, some fucking gigantic will happen and man will be minimalized to just a few fucking scattered tribes and we'll start over again.
So I have a question. So Jilly brings up a good point. President Sniffy McPoopy Pants would agree. Has anybody ever asked Biden what his favorite shampoo smell is? Like, he really seems to have a preference, like, for shampoo. Is that part of the job interview? Do you have to, like, find out, like, do you use one of these top 5 preferred shampoos of Mr. President? So
gee, your hair smells delicious, Jack.
Ugh. Maybe he lost his sense of smell during COVID.
Yeah,
like,
that's what happened to me.
Yeah, we did for a little bit.
We all did. Skylar still can't taste shit. She can't taste nothing. It's been like a month.
Yeah, she tried to burn oranges or orange peels on me the other day, guys. I was like, what the hell? It stinks. What are you doing? I'm trying to get my smell back. Well, that's not helping me smell.
Vicky's like, what
well, I'm trying to.
While I was gone.
I was trying to eat yogurt or something and strawberries, organic strawberries, because I love my organic yogurt and organic strawberries.
Speaking of your organic yogurt,
it is a guilty pleasure.
There's been a few grudge farts since you've been gone, Vicky, and
that's not
President Sniffy Poopy Pants has.
And I want to know what shampoos are his top 5 that he likes to smell.
Tweaker Skeletor coyotes rubbing their hands together to start fucking. Oh man.
Yeah, who knows about anyone? Who knows about beans? Steve, didn't you make coffee earlier?
Burn pit anyone? No,
you started to.
No.
Didn't you?
Yeah, no, I made you coffee earlier.
Oh, you didn't make more coffee.
I don't think so. It's really... It's kind of late for coffee there, kiddo.
Yeah, it does. Oh my gosh, Trish, how funny would that be? She's got 6 elevators in her building. She could have a field day. We need to get some stickers. Man.
Grudge Fart 2024.
Yeah, like we could have a whole campaign about grudge farts.
Vicky, did somebody say beans?
Straight bean. Straight bean.
Oh man.
But yeah. God, I needed that. Do you guys know how bad I needed that? I've had a really stressed out, like, you know, life. But yeah,
Yeah, it's been a very stressy life, you know. Life has been very stressy. So I got these soothing bells. Now everything's better. Oh, listen to
Where's my red ball? Where's my red ball? I need to throw my red ball.
All right. Doesn't everyone feel better now?
Oh my gosh. Yeah. Yeah. I watched the address with Convo last night. Yeah, like and you know, like COVID's just gone, guys. I was like, wait,
It's over.
like there's no mask. They're just like, it's like, it would be a bad movie if they turned this into a movie. Like,
that's what it feels like. It's like, everybody, did you hear the news? I just want to run out in the street and there'd be music playing and everybody's dancing and running down the street. Woo, COVID's over. Did you hear?
You don't have a I didn't know that, Little.
Oh my God. Slacker.
How come no one told me?
They're toying with you.
Are they?
Clearly, they think it's funny.
No.
Am I funny to you? I make you laugh?
Little, you better write again so I can see where you're at here. Where are you? Write in the chat again so I can find you. God, am I that far behind on my phone? Or am I just not seeing you?
I always do that.
My phone is behind and it's not caught up at all. Like I can't see it. I don't know what the hell is happening here.
Reset it. Refresh it. That's what.
I'm like,
and it takes a second sometimes. But I had to do that too earlier. My phone died. It was tragic. It's as if the battery had no juice in it.
Yeah, my phone is like at 20%. Can you pull my charger over? Charlie Brown said I prefer disco biscuits to elevator butt biscuits. You guys are freaking on this.
Yeah, we're rich people. We're trying to start this intentional fart community. It's going to be all bean-based and organic. You're going to love it.
I've been looking into some things about how we can use our own, like, your bio waste, like, and that doesn't have to mean, the whole, like, human waste, but on farms they have these things are called, they're like bladder bag things where the gas in it, they use that natural gas that it makes.
Yeah.
Like we could, like, instead of us just releasing gas into the environment, we could use the gas that's being released into the environment. They use it on small farms and stuff.
We could run a bus off of French fry grease. I've seen it done. I've ridden on buses that ran on French fry grease.
You have? I'm jealous. Oh, Elle said, think of the Nazis. I don't know where that, like, the context of that, but yeah, let's take a moment and think about them.
That is empathy personified right there.
That is empathy for people that are very uneducated.
Not so empathetic.
Hair sniffing creep. Okay, let me catch up again. Her favorite cologne is adrenochrome. Oh my god. Biden prefers the sweet smell of cocaine, but dandruff will do. What Biden are you talking about? There, Mr. Oz. Whistles. Biden is creepy. I wouldn't let him around my daughter. Oh no, Vicky said baby shampoo. That's just no. Yeah, Johnson and Johnson.
Don't say Johnson so many times.
That chat was lit. I'm late. I don't know. Oh, that's why. Oh my gosh, I need to catch up with you guys. So, oh man. Where are you doing? What are you doing? Why are you being weird and standing?
Because cat is in my fear.
Then move the cat out of your seat. Do you guys hear him? No, you don't get to just no. No.
Yeah.
No.
Do whatever I want.
I wasn't done with everything. Oh my god. Al gave me the link thing again.
Well, you should follow it.
I can't get it on here. I have to. Aram said my phone died worse.
Well, I don't know how to feel about that.
Gamer, you might not think you're famous, but you are famous. In my eyes, you're famous. Anthony, how are you? Yeah. I sent you the thing, L, in the and Twitter. Right? Yeah, Twitter. Oh, Little said, I don't know, Ganja. All the ladies be talking about you lately.
Oh shit. Oh shit, son.
I
I like when people get excited about shit and they're like, oh shit.
Oh shit!
Like, holy son.
Oh.
If it don't go off, man, got a dang old something going on, man. Woo. I like it a lot.
Ganja
when
for
people
life.
talk
We
like that.
love you.
We do. Mr. Gamer Ganja.
Ganja for life.
Ganja Gamer for life.
Socialist and Ganja for life.
I
I don't know why it has to tail off that way.
don't know. It's just a good effect. You could have reverb or not.
Can you show me we need to start our procession right now. Say hi, everybody. I'm the most casual weasel.
Casual Weasel.
I'm cute.
New from Lucky Burrito Industries. It's the Casual Weasel. Need a weasel that'll just lay around? We have the weasel you need. Call now. Operators are standing by.
He's so cute. I can't wait the cat's in your spot, so you're not. Oh my gosh, you're so funny. So, because it only takes me 2 hours to make a point.
Nope. Nope.
What? What is happening?
I don't know if anyone recognizes that picture.
I can't really see it exactly, but I like the background color.
The shoe incident.
The shoe incident.
I don't remember the shoe incident very well. Tell me the shoe incident.
A woman was very upset with Hillary Clinton and threw her shoe at her and then was apprehended.
Oh, I can't see it.
But she missed, so it was all for naught.
Yeah, but at least she tried. Let's hear shout out to the lady who threw her shoe at Hillary. Way to go.
Bonkers, give her a little
That's the
clap.
kind of can-do attitude I want to
Give
see
her a
out there,
little
kids.
clap.
I
You
can
want it-
share that link. Hold on.
Yeah. All right.
Hillary Clinton shoe.
Look, he's holding my thumb. He's like, I gotta cheer it on. I cheer it.
Hell yeah. Let's go. AP.
That's the kind of hustle I like. You know, that's the kind of teamwork we need out there, kids. If we're gonna win this thing, you know, we're gonna need to see some gumption and some hustle.
Yeah.
All right. That's my pep talk for everyone.
They put it in the private chat
Okay.
so we can take a gander.
Okay. Leo, where's Leo? Leo has to say hi before Steve. Oh my God. I just saw the very beginning of it. Oh my God. He's purring so loud.
Oh,
Wait, no, you can't see him. Here, let me put just.
so cute.
Giant cat face.
What do you guys think? Do you think Steve does a better job at showing you the cat or me? What do you like to see?
This is the important part.
The cat's nose?
Look at that face. Look at them eyes. He's beautiful.
Mm.
Now you've seen the kitty and the bird. All right, dog.
He's like, I have to show him all because Steve's like, I want to go to freaking bed, motherfucker.
Yeah.
He's like, show all these
Yeah.
animals off.
Don't touch the touchpad because you'll change the channel. Hey. You just went.
Oh, grunty boy. Get your bonkers. What are we
Yes,
gonna
she
do?
was an anti-war activist here. Just like the shoe guy with George W. Bush.
Look at that cuteness.
That was a good one too.
He didn't miss.
Yeah.
I mean, he didn't miss as hard as she did. But
Yeah, he was closer. He was
tried a
closer to
lot.
closer to the strike zone.
Yeah.
All right, let me see. Let me do that. Oh, wait. I have to take that one.
Damn.
What is happening with you two right now? Leo is like, oh no, is Papa going somewhere? Wait, no, what's happening? Are you taking the animals?
He wants to get down.
Hmm.
Look at how amazing that is. Like, bring something up, and then Elle's like, yeah, I'll just like, do the thing. Boom. Freaking Link Master. All right, Steve, you got 27 seconds. You're going to watch this with me.
I will fucking stay all night to see Hillary Clinton get almost.
This isn't even the same one, is it? I don't even know. No, it is. It is. Yeah. It just looks weird.
Different angle, yeah.
Yeah.
Okay,
This is
let's
it.
watch.
Cycling about to.
What was that, a bat? Was that a bat?
Of course, she thought it was a bat.
Is that somebody throwing something at me? Is that part
Yeah.
of Cirque du Soleil?
Go fuck yourself.
Right.
Oh,
Somebody throw something heavier. Quick.
the fucking, yeah, but it made her like, go, oh shit.
Yeah, but
That was the original goblin stance that Pelosi was doing.
Yes, that's
Learn from the
exactly. That
best.
was the same
Yeah.
body language.
That was the exact stance. That is amazing.
That's the
See?
the druid.
Elle just circled
call
it
it the
right
druid
back
monk.
around for us. She just did it.
Always
The whole
circled
thing.
back.
Did you guys see that? She's good. Circles back. She's Elle circles back.
That's
On your circle back, girl.
You are the circle back girl.
Oh,
I feel like we need a whole song
I'm
about
taking
the
it
circle
from
back
Saki,
girl.
Psycho Saki.
Circle back girl.
She's Psycho Saki, and I'm the circle back girl now.
that's fucking great. That whole idea of Hillary getting hit by a shoe, I mean, that can't be a new thing. That has to be like lots of times that something like that
Oh
has
yeah,
probably happened to her. I wonder how many times,
enough.
like how many incidents you could find of politicians and people in power like getting shit hucked at them. That would make a nice compilation for fucking Dorf or whatever.
I shared the link to the chat.
For the
where
State
I
of that
promoted
Union?
y'all. Yeah.
Yeah, where
It's
do
a
I go
base
to
chat.
it?
It's in the private.
No, but where do I go on that video?
Oh,
'Cause it's a whole lot of video.
yeah. You'll see me and I'll tell you when to move. If you know what I mean.
Okay.
Or how to move.
Sure.
Because I'm looking at it too. So
okay. So there's the thing. Do you want me to just play it? Do you want me to mute it or do you want me to keep it?
mute it, but yeah, play it.
Okay. Mute it. Mute it.
You'll see me. See, I'm right there. This is the only place I can find a legit chat. Get ready for the great reset, everyone. That's what this war theater is about.
Dude, you guys see this? This is Al doing the real work in the real time. Do you guys like? You got it right off the bat too. Like you got right top comments.
Oh yeah.
Do you do more?
Yeah, do like I don't know, 10 minutes in or some shit. I'm in there a lot. I don't know when I started promoting y'all. Hold on, let me check. Shut up, computer. Oh yeah, I put poop emojis for the suit from Kamala, whatever her name is, at 12:27. You can see that.
At 12:27.
Yeah, 12 minutes in.
See, you got like the links and all the things.
Yeah.
Oops.
Business is good. Of course they're happy because they're all, happy with each other at that point. There's a lot of stuff that you wouldn't see
right
in
here?
other streams. Yeah, that's me again.
Now we know where to go spam.
Yes. I say fuck a lot too.
They let you actually say it. They don't
Oh yeah.
Censor you.
Where's my next fuck? Hold on. Let me see. Well, first we gotta see the poop emojis. I thought that was funny. 12:27.
Where are we at? 12.
Yeah, it went fast. Everybody was there.
Oh, okay. Well, let me go backwards, or is it gonna do some weird thing now? Okay. Where are we
No,
at?
you can even like scroll or whatever. But yeah, 12:27. It might not do it so you can scroll like the chat if you want.
Well, there's 12:21. So we'll just do some. Yeah, like
yeah. Sometimes chat be crazy.
Why? Why is she the brown suit? Huh?
That's why it was like shit. That reminds me of shit. Why would you do that? Why would you wear all brown?
All brown.
Why would
like
anyone
you wear
do that?
like a different color with it. Like why solid brown? That's weird.
Awful.
Like no
this channel's
color.
going to get big as the only one with chat. Haha. Says someone. Dogecoin.
Doge, yeah. Don't
so
fell.
Disrespectful. See, some of these people like Biden and they're like so surprised that anyone is like saying things bad and they're like, how y'all are so disrespectful. Rude.
Yeah, like here their positions don't mean anything. That's funny. See, I would get distracted. Like I wouldn't even be paying attention to them. I would be.
That dude in the glasses missed the mask memo. That's what I said. Because he's the only one with the mask on.
I know, and it's so weird. All of a sudden, like everybody is just like without them.
And then he put masks on today, like during a fucking speech. It was insane. So stupid. And then they had masks on at the Pentagon meeting thing.
What?
So dumb. Let's see what else. When did I start saying shit? I'm trying to find a good one.
They have many.
Make sure to social distance during the upcoming nuclear holocaust. That was a good one.
Oh, and it's nice. They have little Ukrainian flags. Look at that. How did they get so many Ukrainian flags? I thought that there was so much disruption with everything. When we have Ukrainian flags to pull out of like nowhere, where'd those come from? Is there just a stockpile of these little flags? Like they just have them for every country in case you need them for a State of the Union address? Is that what happens? Like, where did all these Ukrainian flags come from and then got made that fast? Is that weird?
Yeah. Iranian.
It's really random, though. I mean,
no, when he said Iranian, I literally thought, okay, none of this makes sense. Why should that? Like, I never even thought, like, that's Ukrainian he's trying to say. I just thought, I'm just listening to him, and I have no idea what he's saying anymore. Oh, when he was talking about the kid, I was like, stay away from that child.
oh my God.
Because he was talking about the kid that had cancer, not cancer, diabetes or something.
Yeah.
I needed insulin. And then they showed AOC, and I said AOCIA.
Nice. Yeah, we need to be all in there doing this kind of stuff together. Like, that would have been fun.
5805, I say, what about the war crime in Kabul, Afghanistan?
Oh, you were saying it all. Yeah, imagine if we got all of us in there saying stuff. Like, what would they do?
Then they would definitely disable it.
Have they done that before? They've disabled the chats in the middle before?
They don't do that here, but they might eventually, because they disabled the comments one time on one of his speeches, and I was like, uh-oh, we didn't do right there, I guess. I guess people were really pissing them off there. And they were like, all right, get rid of them. My comment should be in there in the comments section, too, which also mentions you.
Oh, God. She's just gonna. She's like, just in case you guys don't have Lucky on the right list. Do you guys know? She's not on the right list.
There's a lot of talking in this stream. A lot of chatting, a lot of smiling and laughing. I'm glad that everyone had a great time.
It's all just like so not authentic.
It's
like,
theater.
I can't do that. Like right there, what they're doing with all of this, like I couldn't do that.
Some of my soul like disappeared into the ether, but I tried to keep some as much of it as possible. I say fuck a lot. I don't know why you're not seeing the fucks yet. I guess I didn't get my fucks off yet. I said fuck everything. I fuck the psychopaths in this room. Fuck the motherfuckers in here. Blah, 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 blah. Fuck, fuck, fuck.
And that's how it should be.
Bruh.
It's a word.
NATO created COVID. I love this chat. They're based.
That is so great. Next time they do a thing, we should do one and we should stream it as we're doing it.
COVID only affects the poor. I love that one.
Oh, that's a good comment. Your comments matter, Elle.
That wasn't me. No, that was me saying that.
Oh, it was you saying of someone else's comment.
You'll see me because I'll start doing like all caps and shit. Let's see if I find myself here. Hold on. An hour in, it really gets intense and fast.
Now, if you guys ever know, like, you need to get a hold of Elle, if there is a State of the Union address, you might be able to find her there in this Yahoo Yahoo chat.
I go to all the Yahoo Not Finance chats because they are based. I'm telling you.
What?
Nice. They're all wicked based.
The ratio guy was crazy because he like kept doing this ratio comment over and over again. I said dislike because Yahoo is doing pro-war propaganda. So I dislike the video. I usually
Look
don't
at her
because I give them
outfit.
props.
Their outfits are blue and yellow. Like,
Mhm.
are you kidding me?
Oh, yellow.
They didn't wear the colors for, like what about Palestine? Why aren't we wearing Palestine colors?
I don't know.
Why aren't we wearing the colors of all the places that,
Because
there's
that's not what we're virtue signaling.
Thanks
today.
everybody for hanging out. I'm gonna say goodnight. So good night. Peace out.
I'm sure
Bye.
that you're getting good nights.
Intel CEO was at Davos 2022. I shared some information in there. This is all WEF. Clap. Please
Oh my
clap.
god. How did
The poor child. He's
that
been
poor
through so much.
kid? Yeah, this is that's the moment
Where's his
where
parents?
he's gonna go back and say, "This is when this is when I knew that my parents truly failed me." Is they
You
brought
know
me
you've
here.
made it when you're a political prop in a State of the Union address.
It's insane. That poor child.
Again, where are the parents?
I
where
don't
are
know.
these parents ever? I can't.
Where did everybody get these flags? Like, how much? Do they
They
just
were
have
selling them outside.
They have a virtue signal on
Capitol.
standby? Like
Next
they have
to
a
the
virtue
fence.
signal emergency kit? Like, oh, let me pull out the Ukraine one. We got the virtue signal for Ukraine tonight, guys. Yeah, it's
I
fine.
keep mentioning.
We finally get to use it.
I keep mentioning WEF. I said this is all WEF orchestrated in there. In case people don't know. And that's how I promote the political matrix at first. I'm like, for the Great Reset information, go to Political Matrix, Saturdays, 6:30 p.m. PST.
That's awesome.
We talk about the clown world.
Oh, God.
I don't know when I started that. It was kind of like I was trolling or spamming at that point because I was so over it. I think it was probably around the 1.5 hour mark or some shit. Let me see.
What do you guys think? Next time we should do a group Yahoo finance thing where we stream it. We all go in there and spam the freaking crap out of it.
Chat bomb.
Chat bomb it.
Bomb that
I
chat.
just saw an L.
Okay, found it. 136.59.
I just saw one here. Oh, shit.
Okay. This is to usher in the Great Reset.
Yes, right here. Hell with the good comments. Elle's comments matter, guys. This is crazy.
All of our comments matter.
They do.
All of these comments, except for the ones that are from bots, obviously. So,
but
the thing. Let's go, Brandon.
Just fill up the space. Look at this. Let's go, Brandon.
Yeah, we got that going. I said fuck Joe Biden over and over again.
Someone said
over
this
and over,
dumb.
So many times.
Embarrassing. Tax Pelosi.
Yeah.
Oh my God. Yeah. Look, the guy over here, the one guy without that doesn't have the mask on.
He did not get the memo.
Wow.
There I am again. They spent $350 million to Ukraine Nazis. I mean, they sent $350 million to Ukraine Nazis.
It's crazy. I wonder how bad they got ratioed. Yeah, look, they only have 369 likes out of 22,000 views.
Go down to my comment.
Where is it? Down here, I mean?
Should be, if it's still there.
Look at that, though. You can't tell me. There's only 369 people that liked it out of 22,000.
Yeah. You'll see me because I'm in all caps. If you see me. If you don't see me, then I know that they somehow deleted it, but didn't tell me.
When was it? Because these are 7 hours a day ago.
Yesterday, last night. Yeah. The hypocrisy. He's full of crap, Joe. Sleepy Joe. Yeah, they deleted it. Or they hid it. I don't know if they can hide it.
Is there more comments that I'm just not seeing?
No. We can do new comments and then see if it's in there. Because it shows it on my computer, but I don't know if that's just because I wrote it, Was
it a reply?
No. It was a comment promoting the show. So I was like, this is probably going to get deleted. I think it did. They delete a lot of comments here too because they think it's all spam. Also, they want it to look positive, mainly.
Yeah, that's hard when you have 22,000 views and you only have 200 something likes. Yeah, I don't
Right.
see your comment.
Go to new. Sometimes they hide them. And then go all the way down. Blah, blah. Because they hide these comments sometimes.
It's crazy.
So now I know that it's not there. Okay, cool. That's what I expected. That's why I put it on Twitter, guys, so you can see it.
That's crazy. Yeah, they definitely. I do not see.
They delete a lot of comments. It's not even just me. It's not even just spam either. It's just not nice comments they don't like. They deleted my fuck comments, like with me saying fuck Joe Biden. So I said let's go Brandon in it, so they probably didn't like that either.
Oh, I don't like that one.
I said and let's go Brandon. Well, I could read it. Hold on, let me read it for you. Because I can still see it here. Anyway, watch the Political Matrix on here for the latest on this clown show and the Great Reset. Saturdays, 6:30 p.m. PST. We discuss all this shit and more. Catch Lucky Burrito on Sundays, where I co-host Fearlessly Authentic with her and Hunter Carranza. Catch Frank Analysis on Rockfin. I've been on his show too. And check out my other friend, Slow News Day, there as well. Sleep well if you can, and let's go, Brandon.
Oh my God, that's great.
That's why they deleted it. And also I said Rockfin. They probably didn't like that.
And Anthony quoted Adam Schiff that said, "We fight the propagandists over there, so we don't have to fight them over here."
Yeah. Fuck Adam Schiff too. I said that.
He's so creepy. He is so
creepy.
That weird like smile thing that he does. Like I'm just like, oh, like if I saw him in an alley, if I saw him in an alley,
there she is again.
Oh God, I'm not
AOCIA. Oh, yeah. What about the war crime? There it is, Kabul, Afghanistan. Then I say AOCIA, I think.
They have fucking like stickers. Like this is so insane. Like they were like, yeah, hot off the presses. We can't get you guys things that you need, but we can get Ukraine freaking stickers and little flags real quick.
Yep. Milk. What is milk?
And that poor little kid. Yeah, that poor little kid is probably going to go back to school and get teased the fuck out. Oh my God.
Yeah.
Joe Biden actually said reset.
Yes, he did. Yes. We all put reset in there. I was like, mm-hmm. And I was just typing it too. And I was like, for the Great Reset. More on the Great Reset on my show. Political Matrix.
That is just crazy.
It was right when I was typing that he said reset. And I'm like, you've got to be kidding me right now.
Blue and yellow are the colors of the Swedish flags. They must be secretly showing solidarity for Sweden by not being a NATO member. Ugh. I know, and I'm Scandinavian. Like
I said something about geoengineering just then because they were talking about climate change. And I was like, what about geoengineering? Let's talk about that.
Oh my God.
What you gonna do about that?
That is crazy. Yeah, those other kids are probably they're gonna mess. He's always gonna be known as like the kid that that went there and was I was the propaganda piece of the government this day.
Oh, I found one of the things. Where is this? 139 something. Sniffing. Oh yeah, when he was seeming to sniff somebody.
Oh.
He was like greeting everyone in the audience and just touching everybody he could.
Oh
And
my
everybody's
God.
just touching everybody.
I couldn't do that. I couldn't ever do what they're doing here. Like this is like a nightmare situation for me. Like that right there, having to be like fake in front of like all those people and then pretend to have like niceties like with the people, like that is a nightmare situation for me. Like when I'm telling people that, you know, I'm a critical thinker and that, you know, like, and I'm wanting and like, you know, and I'm also authentic as a person, like that is the authentic person's nightmare right there. Like that is that for me, at least, you know what I mean? Like that would be an absolute freaking nightmare. I would feel like standing in the middle of that room and just screaming like, what the fuck?
Go to 142. That's when they're all like laughing and shit. And then I commented on that. This just show it's all theater.
Like what, 142 here, like down here?
Yeah, 142. That's when he's like greeting everybody. Everybody wants to get a piece of him for some fucking reason.
Ugh, God. Oh, look, there's another guy with the mask. I see. Wait. No, I see like three people. 3 masks people. Maybe 4. Yep. Is that guy a mask guy?
See, I said the fact that they can laugh at us should show how staged this all is. War theater.
It's true. It's exactly what that is.
Mm-hmm. I said some shit here too.
Yeah, and yeah, see, and the thing, like, phenomenal mysticism is saying that, you know, Sweden isn't, you know, like they're not, well, Norway, which is right next door to Sweden. Oh my gosh, my brain just like totally went. Oh, Norway is a founding member of NATO. God.
Yeah.
But you know, it's crazy because you don't hear about a lot of these other countries. You know, like you don't hear about.
Look at that. I hope Klaus Schwab is proud of his U.S. puppet. Sorry. I said that. That was me.
That's awesome. That is funny.
When he said go get him, I was like, who, Klaus? Is he waiting for Klaus?
You know, look how close he is to like their faces. Like I can just.
Yes. And we still have to wear masks in LA. Hilarious. And then also, big mega events like this are not allowed in some places with this kind of gathering.
Well,
and there's no social distancing at all.
And now it's going to be like this weird thing of like, oh no, now if you're wearing a mask, it's like, oh, you only wear those if you're sick. And it's going to be how
take off your masks, LA people, is what I said. Because they haven't done it yet. I'm like,
how is it gonna be like, how is it that people suddenly just switch their mind and go, oh, COVID's over? How is that logical?
You just flip the switch, and then it's over. That's how easy it is. People will fall in line too. But we need to make it. This is weird.
Ew! What is he doing?
Signing something like he's a celebrity and shit. I said the emperor has no clothes.
Oh my God.
Because they were talking about how much of a puppet he was and stuff.
Yeah, he does not understand personal space of people. Like I couldn't do it.
Look at him like rubbing that dude. Don't rub him.
Ew, I know. I feel bad for the guy. I'm like, I want to go, ew, like, just don't let him do that to you. Why are you letting him do that to you?
He's the president. You got to get molested by the president. This bitch keeps getting in front of the camera. Like, bitch, move. Yes, he probably did.
They're probably just doing it on purpose, though, at this point. You know what I mean? Like, Like they're getting in the way on purpose, whether they even realize it or not. Like they can be very easily not even have to be instructed to do something. They just do it because they know that that's what's expected of them.
Bunch of brown nosing going on, says Neil. Yes.
I see the clown emoji going by it a bit.
Oh yeah, lots of that last night.
Too funny.
That guy looks scared.
I think our chat is better.
Oh, here I am again. Here I am. I also support my friends Frank Analysis and Slow News Day on Rockfin. I've been on my Franco show too. So I was promoting Franco there. That was a mistake. I copied and pasted the wrong thing. So then I copied and pasted the right thing later.
Hey, it's still there though. That's awesome. It's in the chat. They didn't take the chat away.
Where are we at here? Hold on.
Yeah, I've been on Franco's show before too, a couple times.
Yeah, I was trying to promote the original Political Matrix, but then I did that one instead. I was like, okay, I guess we'll just start over. It's fine.
So see all those like generals back there, like that. That's the kind of people that I was,
There I am, Lucky Burrito. Sorry, Lucky Burrito is also great. Check her show. Fearless Authentic Out. I co-host on Sundays. There.
Look at that. We got it right here, guys. Sorry,
it took so long, guys. I couldn't remember exactly where these were.
That's awesome. I love it.
And then I think I did the Political Matrix again. And then there's a Republican response, and that one was funny because nobody recognized the chick, and I was like, who is this chick again?
Look at all the fucking yellow and blue. Like how disgusting. Like they have all their they have it all ready.
Mm-hmm.
Oh.
2 more years of this nonsense, Neil. No, let's not be so pessimistic. Anything can happen. Yeah, I was promoting Slow News Day, Franco, and the Political Matrix crew, and Lucky throughout the chat over and over again. And somebody was like, Elle, you're awesome. I'm like, oh, thank you. Nobody ever interacts with me on these things, so I was like, damn, thank you. Check out my podcast too, and I promoted my podcast too.
That's awesome. Yeah, everybody should go check out Elle's podcast. I signed up for Podbean. Is it Green Bean?
You don't have to do that, but yeah, it is available everywhere that there are podcasts. Except Spotify. Spotify does not endorse my show, unfortunately.
It's weird. Like, do you have one of those things like where you pay for it to go to like a bunch of different places?
I pay for Podbean every year, like $96 a year.
Oh, you do?
To host it there. And then that has an RSS feed that goes to all these other companies. And this other one, Verbal or whatever the hell they're called, I don't know. They offered me to claim my podcast, but then they wanted me to make an account, and I was like, nah, I don't care. It's my podcast. I can know that. That's all I need. I'm not getting any money off of it anyway, so it's fine. So if you go a little bit later into this, after they leave the room, then there's a Republican response, which was even more fun in the comments because it was slower also. So I could put my message out there a little bit faster and get people to see what I'm saying.
This right here?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, here it is.
There I am. Lucky Burrito is also a great checker show.
Yeah, right here. Frank Analysis, Slow News Day.
Yeah. So I did a lot of that at this part, which I could have saved you a lot of time and gone to, but I forgot that I was very active during this part. But this chick was funny too. This was a slower chat because everybody had trickled out by that point.
That is so funny.
It was Baba Yaga. Yes. Very satisfying. It should be in a compilation of oddly satisfying videos, except it's not odd at all.
Oh my God. V.S. Adams said, did that guy just pull a bribe out of his pocket and shake hands with
Probably.
Joe?
I wouldn't be surprised. I think that's what they were referring to with the emojis at that point.
That's just crazy. It's absolutely crazy.
This sounded horrible, by the way. The noise that they had going on during this part, I was like, nope, mute. And they're like, this is an emergency broadcast system, because it was like that before she came on. Did he shit again? No. I mean, in words, yes. Sure.
Let's go,
Let's go, Brandon. Let's go, Brandon. Let's go, Brandon.
That's funny.
I'm funny in here.
I love that. I was like, I'm funny in here. Recognize it, bitches.
I don't know how funny, but funny enough. Who is this grandma? Said easy game. Biden wants a hug. I never
Ew.
said all. Is Joe asleep? What the fuck? Who the fuck is this chick? I said. WTF is this chick?
Oh, yeah. Down here.
Like, I don't know. She didn't I don't think she introduced herself. So I was like, what? Who are you? This woman looks like a ghost. That's a good one, Mikey. Shout out to all the chats. The chatters.
Here comes another
These
one.
people are bad actors.
There's an L now here.
Yeah, she like was looking to the side a lot, and I was like, she's looking at a script there. Hey,
Yeah.
Prop. I bombed the chat of the State of the Union address at Yahoo Finance, which is the only available chat. Prop. That's what we were doing. We, as in me, and no one else. How I spent my night. Yep. Spamming all my friends.
That's so
Shows.
funny.
Including Lucky Burrito here. Bilderberg 2019 included Russia and China on the agenda. Just so you guys know. In case you were wondering.
Yes, definitely. Yeah, we need to talk about doing some communities, like getting some intentional community stuff going on, getting that information out there.
This woman is a Russian spy.
Oh my God.
I'm sure he's kidding. I wouldn't be surprised. That's why she's wearing red, everybody. That's what they say later. U.S. intervention is always bad, I said. You can probably skip a couple minutes to get to me again. It's pretty slow. There I am. Saturdays, 6:30 p.m. promoting my show. The Politicians in the Pocket of Klaus Schwab
That's great.
are not the answer to our problems.
Yes. Oh, yeah.
Because she was saying the answer to our problems, something or other. WEF brought you this clown show. These are puppets. They are all acting badly.
Are they banning red now?
She wears red in support of Russia. That's what I was commenting on.
Wait, is red now a support of Russia? Is that what that is?
Yes. Mandates are not the answer. Wait. That was me trying to make a joke.
Oh my god. Oh man, and then dates. Yeah.
In the mandates, though, seriously.
This is funny. In the Fed. That's
Yeah, they
funny.
agree with me on that one. Someone actually commented back at me for that one. They're like, they should do that.
Hey, leave her alone. Everett is an asshole. That is funny.
Let's go, Brandon. You can go now. I said that to her because I was like, okay, go. And then awkward. She was like standing there awkwardly, and I was like, awkward. Like with a smile. That's before then, but yeah.
That is so
and then
funny.
I said some more stuff. Wait, what did I say? Awkward, like all the episodes rolled into one.
That's funny. Oh my god.
Bruh, this is like Black Mirror. And I was like, all the Black Mirror episodes rolled into one is what I was referring to. Yeah, mandates. No, thank you.
Circle back, girl. Circle back. Alice is circle back girl, huh?
Yes, I want to be known as that. That's my claim to fame for sure.
Well, you do. You circle back and you remember, like, you'll be like, oh yeah. Well, here's a clip of that. And you're like, what the fuck? That was like in 93 that this happened at this one thing. And I was like, oh yeah, I got that right there. And you're like, what? It's amazing.
It used to be called a callback in the comedy community. We call that a callback.
Well,
she brought it to circle back.
Do you want to be a callback or a circle back?
Circle back.
I like circle back.
Yahoo is the phenomenal. It's the only chat there is. So even as horrible as they are, and they are doing war propaganda right now, they do have the chat. So I'll give them that usually. But I did dislike this one because of the war propaganda, and will dislike every video from now on because I'm serious about that. Like they literally had like analysts talking about the war and shit. Like fuck that. And you know, they talk about the markets and shit. Like all they care about is the money that these rich fucks make, and these war profiteers.
Yeah, it is. It is gross. Like it's, and so that gross feeling that we get from that.
It felt like that the entire night. By the way, it was awful.
Like you feel
like
dirty.
All my least favorite people in one room.
Like you feel dirty watching it, right? Like I feel there's certain networks, like, you know, if it's like that, or if it's somebody that, you know, is like they're not for the right things, you know, like if they're, you know, for censorship or some other fucking bullshit, or they're fucking doing that kind of shit, war, it doesn't matter how big or small the network is. I can't do it. It makes me feel dirty. It makes me feel disgusting. I have a hard time. I get that same feeling, no matter if it's a big or small channel. But yes, watching them, the war. Oh God. Yeah.
It's all the misinformation that they show and everything. It's like, and it's sad to see people like Tim McDillan. I'm going to call him out. I mentioned him in passing in my podcast, but I'll call him out this time because it's pretty clear who I'm referring to at the end of my show. But he is such a fucking... He fell for the vax propaganda in the very beginning too. And that's why I unfollowed him on Twitter. But now he's starting this shit with nuclear crap and like Putin is evil and all this shit. And of course, that's what the WEF wants you to think, because the WEF is behind all of this, including Putin. But that's the role this dude is playing. And He's literally a puppet. They're all puppets. And it's sad to see him fall for this propaganda that's going on for the Ukrainians. And I think he even gave money to them too. So it's not even just about him spreading misinformation accidentally on his podcast. It's about him actually donating to a group that may not be as on the up and up as he thinks they are.
And
I don't
by
know anything
doing
about
that, he should be called out because someone else is going to trust that because of him.
I really hope, and
Right?
I saw his comment section, and it does not look, it looks very, oh, yay, you're doing the right thing. Like a lot of those kind of comments there. It's not a lot of comments calling him out. So that
you have to call
isn't just the
everybody
algorithm either, because I looked at the newest comments and I'm still seeing a lot of support for him because they think that he's telling the truth, which is not necessarily true.
Because they trust him. And that's why I think it's also really important all the time to question and critically think about everything. Because what if the people that we, like when you see somebody on a show that you trust, right? Like, so say I'm like, oh, well, I trust Elle, right? Because,
But you shouldn't also, you should do like Corbett and do your own research and make sure that everything that you are looking at is accurate and that the person that's giving you that information isn't just steering you in one direction. You judge it for yourself. That's what he always says. So shout out to James Corbett. But he always says to look at the show notes and look at the links. And that's what I do as well on my podcast. I'm like, if you don't believe what I'm saying with my narrative, because everyone has a narrative, let's be honest. If you don't like my narrative, go look at the source notes, the source links for yourself. That's why I put them there, so that you can judge for yourself what's going on. It's not all up to me. I'm putting everything together. You might not like the way it's going together. That's fine. But you can go look at the source of what I'm talking about and judge for yourself. And figure out what's
really
happening.
important to do,
And don't trust comedians because they get all bogged down in like jokes and shit, and then they kind of lose a little bit of humanity along the way, which is how it happens. But like, you just can't trust everyone that you see on TV or on the internet at this point, especially if they have money, especially if they're getting money off of the views. I'm not saying he's a grifter or anything. I'm just saying that he has something to lose if he says the wrong thing. Mm-hmm. Just like, certain other people with podcasts, they could lose certain privileges, and he has Patreon. Patreon does not look kindly on certain points of view. So also consider that he's got money coming in from a source that has a history of squelching dissent, like cutting people off.
So that means that he's not being fearlessly authentic. He is towing a narrative. And we need to call that out. If that's true, then that's what that means. And no matter how uncomfortable that makes us feel, we need to go, okay, well, then what else is there? I mean, we don't have to, but me as a critical thinker, I then go, all right, well, then I need to make sure I'm not taking everything. I'm not taking anything that people are saying at face value. And it makes you distrust people. It really does. But you have to follow, and it's a really hard place to be. So that's where my struggle comes in, is knowing, once you know things, you can't unknow them.
And if you don't know things, don't act like you know things and then show your audience that you don't actually know things, but you're covering it up and trying to pretend like you know everything, which you don't. Like, if he was wrong about Syria, I'd still want him called out for that. Like, that's a big thing to be wrong about. And a lot of people were. And a lot of people would do the virtue signaling thing, like donate to whoever in the comments on their stupid video or whatever on YouTube, which I see already for this Ukraine thing. And you just, how about don't support any war? How about, that's an option, Tim. You don't have to support a war, any war. You can just be anti-war or anti-intervention across the board. That's what you could do. That's always a choice. Maybe sometimes the greatest way to say something is to say nothing at all, like that song. That song was pretty deep when you think about it when it comes to this virtue signaling shit. I don't know if it was about the virtue signaling, but if it was, aces to the fucking writers of that song. Because that song by Justin Timberlake and Chris, I forgot his last name. That's Chris Stapleton. They hit it on the head with that chorus. Like, sometimes you just, if you don't know anything, just shut the fuck up. Like, there's always an option of just shutting the fuck up. And most people don't take that option, and they really should. And that gets them into trouble. And that's what happened with the vax propaganda that he was putting out that ended up hitting him in the face. And he was like, well, it didn't work the way I wanted it to work, blah, blah, blah. And had to concede to everything that the truth seekers and everything were getting, like all that information that they were getting over time. And then what's annoying about him is that he knows people in our community. He knows Whitney Webb, and he should be talking to her on a daily basis at this fucking point, or at least on a weekly basis, to see what's going on before he goes on his show and says stuff that's not true.
Okay, well then who holds who accountable then? Like, I feel like we need to do the same thing. We need to hold everybody to the same account, because we're literally, if people are constantly doing things based upon, like, oh, well, Patreon might do this, then why are we all still supporting using Patreon? Why are we, like it gets to the point where
Patreon fucked over T-Lab's Ryan Christian too, and Whitney Webb. So they fucked over both of those really smart journalists who they didn't like their material, so they punished them.
Okay,
and PayPal is punishing people too.
But the more that people fall in line with that kind of stuff, like the more that somebody says, "Oh, I have to do it based upon my what Patreon might do," the more that people continue to do that, like that's the problem. If people started saying, no, Patreon, that's not acceptable, that you don't let people have points of views. This has nothing, your views, you're controlling the narrative. And if we don't call everybody out for it, this is how we get to what we have. And then this keeps flowing down and flowing down and flowing down. And at what point, so say you have, a small, say you have a smaller channel, like we'll call it fucking Birds Aren't Real. Okay. Yeah.
So say smaller than his.
Yeah. No, say there's a pigeons are nuns. Okay.
Right.
Like we have a group that they believe that pigeons are nuns. And so they're like, oh, well, we get paid by nuns, so we have to follow along with this certain belief or this certain thing. You know what I mean? And like, so if we support that, we're supporting the lies that are being told. I think it gets down to, we need to be on the side of truth and stop being on the side of like, oh, I want this team or that fucking team. Fuck teams. Fuck this shit. We don't have time for this. And like part of being authentic, which makes it really fucking hard sometimes, is knowing that there are things out there like other people that are holding views that are scumbags, and what are we going to decide to do about it? What side are we going to stand on there? Because if we're going to stand on the side of, like we have to pick our fucking morals, man. Pick your fucking morals. It comes down to having to pick the side of truth or not. Like that's the side I'm on. I'm on the side of truth. I'm not on the side of I like this personality over that personality. I want the fucking truth. I don't have time for fucking personalities. I don't have time to worry about that kind of shit. I'm worried about the truth, and I'm worried about the future. And if we can't get through this right now, and we can't hold each other to account, for the purpose of going and moving forward together. Because like, say we have this, birds or nuns or whatever fucking group, right? And we're like, all right, well, like infighting over whether or not that nuns should have a pink fucking, what is it, habit that they wear? Can they wear pink habits or not? Like, I don't give a fuck. I don't give a fuck about the little details of things like that. But if somebody is stepping out and just, it's like people accepting the fucking awful like religion and stuff, right? Like, oh, well, religion is fine, although we know that a large majority of people know that kids are not safe around priests. But we continue to ignore that little bit of it. Oh, it's not my church, so I don't have to worry about the larger view of it. Of course, it's never yours unless you're looking to see that it is yours.
It's a very privileged point of view.
It starts somewhere. It all starts somewhere.
And then it was unfortunate because I only got like 30 minutes into this episode. And I knew it was going to be a doozy going in. And that's why I was like, yay, I'm so excited to listen to this podcast at the end of mine. And just hearing him spout all this information as if it was true. And it's just like, people believe this and you're literally spreading misinformation, which is literally like, you're not on the ground in Ukraine or Russia. We are not there. We do not know exactly what's going on. We don't know exactly what tactics they're using. And there was a freaking clip, and I don't know the veracity of this, especially because I don't even like share clips because they're so like, you could go either way and you don't know what's true or what's not. But it had like a scene or a clip from Star Wars, the Star Wars movie in the footage. And it's like, that's one of those things. It's like they could just splice shit together and just be like, yeah, that's Ukraine or whatever. Like this street in Ukraine, Kharkiv or whatever the hell. And it's like, what do we know about what's real and what's not? And like, we know the CNN lies about shit all the time. And these networks are not good actors. And then they're banning in Europe RT networks, all these networks that are Russian state propaganda, but the European propaganda is totally fine, and the pro-Ukraine propaganda, totally fine. So you're just seeing one side of it. So all that information is skewed a certain way. So it's just something that people need to be really, really cognizant of. And it's wag the dog, 100%. I say that as well.
Hero said gag the wog.
Gag the wog, sure. But it's up to us to deliver, the truth, as you said, and not get bogged down in all the propaganda on both sides of this shit, because it's always going to be both sides are lying about the war, because that's always the case. So
yeah, because each side of it,
wants to win.
Yeah. And to me, it's like, it's not one side or the other with most things.
It's both sides, really.
It's both sides. And we need to look at all of it, and we need to examine it. And we need to look at how little things become big things. Right? So, we need to okay, so say like when you're, if you're thinking about like a child or something, right? You want to nip it in the butt before it becomes a huge thing, before a kid makes a huge like habit out of their life, right? Like you're like, I don't want them to grow up to do that. So what are you supposed to do? As being other people in the community, you're supposed to guide somebody to not do that. Mm-hmm. So we can also think about this in the same way when we are seeing people in our lives otherwise. We want to point the things out so that, they can be aware of situations, so they can either nip it in the butt or, it can grow into a big monster. Everything starts small. Everything. So we don't want to like feel like we're nitpicking at people and you know, like, and all of that. We don't want to do that. But at the same time, we also do want to hold people and groups of people accountable, because if that's how things get co-opted, right? It's
What's annoying
really easy. Huh?
is when they're like presented with a point of view that isn't the status point of view. Like with Tim, he'll just double down and then triple down and then be like, oh wait, you know, I'm saying I was wrong about this, and like jokes about it, and then does another like serious tweet about it. And it's just like, dude, like, are you not understanding that your audience is not on the same page as you? And there might be a reason for that. And maybe you should just admit you're wrong and you don't know everything about everything, and just accept new information as it comes in, because he was already like saying all these false flags that didn't happen,
Well,
that
I'm
were
sure
being
it can get
put in the media.
overwhelming. You know, if you're a big channel, especially if you're a big channel like that, you have a lot of people that are listening to you. And then all, you know, if you are doubling and tripling down on the wrong way, and then you're like it's on top of you at that point. You know what I mean? Instead of using his critical thinking skills and saying like, all right, well, maybe this is, you know what I mean? Maybe this isn't right. Like, let me look into this more, and just, you know, going the easier route. You know what I mean? It seems like it's the easier route to just, you know, to just go with the flow of the thing and not take a step back. Like, I mean,
And now he's doing the thing where you blame the messenger for the message and like make it all Q-tards or whatever. He says people that have all the angles on Ukraine also told me Trump was going to arrest the Clintons for 4 years because he was fighting an underground war to
he's
save
proving
the
the
children.
point. He's
That
proving
ended
the
up being
point.
a guy on in a Viking helmet taking a selfie. So he's just doing the shit that the fucking media is doing.
So he's
and
making an
gaslighting you.
excuse instead of saying like shit. You know what I mean? Like, oh,
I was
maybe I
wrong.
should have
You can't
listened
just
to
say
the
I was
small
wrong.
amount of people that, you know, that probably told him like, hey, what you're doing isn't right. Because I'm sure his whole audience didn't say like,
Oh
what
yeah,
you're
we're
doing
not
is right. You
We're
know?
not happy.
So
He's
I mean,
getting
like,
a lot of pushback.
he needs to read read the room and see, like, and be able to evolve in that way, you know,
Here he
to
goes again.
say, okay, you know, like, I'm not
He's
okay.
on
So
like
they fooled me before. So like, let me not like do that again. You know what I mean? Like, learn from the fact that you when people told you that, you believed them and it wasn't right. Like, maybe take that moment and say, okay, maybe something's not right here. Maybe something doesn't feel good right now. You know what I mean? Like,
he's tweeting a lot, by the way. It's like in real
Tim
time
Dillon
that
is.
he's getting like really pissed off. Yeah, he's talking about Russia, and he's like, you think after the spectacular failure of QAnon, these people would accept that some type of a defeat, but now they're suggesting Hunter Biden started this war because there's an N-word compilation on his laptop. And then he said, me, sad to see people die, replies, when did they get to you? That's not the issue. You're so not getting it, or you're pretending to not get it, because you do get it and you're not this stupid. I'm sorry. That's not the issue.
The deflection is something that's, you know, it's easier sometimes to do that and you know, and not deal with the things. I've done it, you know, I've done it myself. You know, I've been in those places. You know, like we were saying at the beginning, I don't know if you were listening at the beginning. I was talking about how stupid I was about masks at the beginning.
Yeah, I heard that.
Yeah, like I had that very guttural response, like, no, I don't want that to be the case, you know. And it sucks. I invested my time and my money and thought I was helping people. And I remember somebody said something about like how before I was ready to hear it, they said something about how like the masks were abusive to children. And my response, like, I felt like so personally, like, oh my God, I wouldn't want to hurt. Like, oh my God, that's the farthest thing from what I would ever want to do. You know, like, I don't want to hurt a child. I wouldn't do that. I wouldn't, like, and to realize that something that I did that I thought I was doing good with was then later on I found out, could have been, that really could have been very detrimental to the development of children. And that just crushed me, like, oh my God, I wouldn't do that. And at the same time, I'm in this process where I'm not wanting to accept about the masks. I was like, this was a while back. I haven't worn one in a long while. I don't even know. But it's like at that time, though, it felt like I felt so personally like attacked by it, even though it wasn't an attack on me and it was a factual statement. I wasn't ready to accept that I was part of something that, and then I think like, oh my God, what's going to happen when all of our healthcare workers come to realize what they were part of, not knowing. Like, we are in the pregame. We're going to have some major collapses in people's thought processes and their beliefs and stuff like that, I believe.
Mm-hmm.
We're not ready for that as a society. Like, we're not ready for the, that many people to have that happen to. I'm like trying to pack a bowl while I'm talking to you, and I'm like, and it's challenging.
Well, another thing that he said, Tim, on Twitter, this was infuriating because he said every news channel happens to have 75 documentaries on Vladimir Putin ready to go. And I just responded, it's almost like this was planned.
I know, like,
with a gif from The Office, the one where he's just like, oh, I don't know.
Oh, phenomenal. I highlighted a comment and then I just, I'm such a space cadet about these comments sometimes. Phenomenal mysticism said, I'm so pleased that Sabi was able to tell her audience that both Russia and Ukraine aren't innocent in this conflict. She's really ready to she's trying to get to the nuance of this issue. Yeah. Oh yeah. Maybe I did read this. I don't remember now, but yeah, that is, I think that's what triggered me to say what I was starting to say, like, it's not like there's not one right answer. It's not a short answer. It's not, it's not like, do you like the red or the blue team? People need to stop thinking about this as a team. This isn't teams. Like, war is not, it's not your team sport. This isn't like the Super Bowl.
It's killed people.
They're
are being
treating
killed.
this like it's a Super Bowl.
I know.
Like, I mean,
they
honestly, I mean, like,
it's desensitization. They're not there. They don't see it. The devastation that it causes, that the elites, the predators in charge are causing in both
I don't like
areas.
They're oppressors. The ones who, the ones that, they say that when you have the more money that you have, the, like, the more like empathy that you like, you lose it. You lose your empathy with the more money. I'd rather be poor and try to, like, I'd rather, just, I mean, I don't, I might be poor as in, the in the banknote, in that way. But I feel like I have so much more with just having the loving community that we have.
Mm-hmm.
Like, we're
really circling back to the community.
Yeah, we're gonna tell those rich fucking investors that, give us, we don't need the money. I just need the supplies.
That's another Justin Timberlake song. It's not as good, but it is a song that happened. Supplies. Let's try and forget it happened. All right, we're good.
Jonas said, choose peace, not war, make love, not hate. Yeah, that's very true.
On that note, it was really fun coming in here real quick. Yeah, real quick. But like
I know,
for a
right?
while. I wanted it to be quick, but it was not. Because I ended up.
No, you're
talking
like,
about
I'm just gonna come in and show you a thing.
I didn't mean to talk all about Tim and everything, but he was just on my mind. It was annoying, so I had to get that out.
No, I think it's I didn't know that was even happening. I didn't know his stance on it. You know, like I'm so far behind. I finally got to your podcast. Okay.
I was far
I got
behind on
through,
his
like most of
podcast.
it, like halfway. Like I spent I think what was it yesterday? Spent the whole day like just
By the way, that episode was I think it was entertaining. I don't know. I haven't had any reviews of it, but I thought it was entertaining because I played a lot of clips in it. So it's easygoing. It's not like information overload, I don't believe. Like some of them can be, like the last one was definitely information overload. This one's like kind of concise and like clips, and then they all kind of come together to make a whole of the narrative that I built, which involves digital identity. So get ready for that. It's going to be part of a great reset in the fourth industrial revolution. But yeah, like check out the podcast, I guess, for information that's pretty important regarding this conflict. And thank you so much for having me on to say this stuff very spontaneously. And thanks everybody in the chat for all the support. I love you guys. I hope you sleep well as usual.
Yeah. I need to get some sleep too. It's not too
good.
late,
Yeah. All right, let's all sleep then.
Yeah, let's do that. All right, fam. We will have this talk more because I think it's a good one to have, and just to try to continue to be honest with ourselves and do the best we can, and just keep moving forward. And struggle's real. It's there, and it's hard. It's hard, but made it this far with y'all. All right. I'm sure we will be back to have a show tomorrow. Probably Steve or I. Today's Thursday now, I think. But all right, hang on. Let me. All right, y'all. We will see you very soon. Much love.
Bye. Sleep well. Bye.
Oh, I gotta press the thing. I think it's this one. Love y'all. Namaste.
Hydrophil cuts through my neighborhood. Somehow that always just made me feel good. And I could put a spare bulb in my hand, light up my yard. Late at night when the wires and the walls sing in tune with the din of the falls. I'm conducting it all while I sleep to light this whole town.